to the live Flory Models stroke PM stroke everybody else's Easter special build along fun filled facts talking twaddle as normal show. Good.
Sounds about right.
Does that cover everything? I think that covers pretty much everything. Welcome back to the show. Obviously this is part 2. We were building this morning. I literally my shoes together as we were making our way through, and the guys have been very busy, and you guys have been busy at home as well as we've been making our way through on this one. We're going to be with you to around about sort of 5 o'clock-ish, and we've got some good deals and bargains and things coming up for you on our sales, so I'll take you around those in a moment. But first of all, what do we have all for lunch?
I had a nice ham sandwich with cream cheese and then my donut.
Oh, you very
jammy
nice
donut. Very nice.
Very nice. John, what do you have?
I had some very nice spicy mackerel fillets on toast.
Ooh. That's quite nice, actually.
Off around there, isn't it? You knew that? I didn't realise Somerset was quite that sort of, you know.
Well, only out of a tin.
Oh. I thought you'd been fishing this morning, freshly gutted.
Oh, God, no. No.
Pop up to watch it and have a fish, you know. So, nice. Andy, what did you have?
I had some really nice cheese on thick crusty bread with pickle.
Very nice. Cheese and pickle. Staple.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Can't go wrong with that. Nathan?
Cheese on toast.
Cheese on toast. Very nice.
Do you know something, Nate? I've got to back you up because Lydia's just started eating cheese on toast and you actually forget how nice it is.
It is.
I like it.
Cheese and toast is a bit like beans on toast. Until you're eating it, you don't realise how nice it is. It's so simple, but it is.
My problem is my wife doesn't like the smell of melted cheese.
Yeah.
So if I do it, that means I've got to do it myself.
Yeah.
If anybody knows me, that means I don't get it.
No. So that's the same as this house, because obviously my other half doesn't have anything to do with cheese whatsoever. So consequently, cheese is pretty much banned in the house. And I hate everything fishy, and she really loves anything fishy and brains and whelks and stuff. So when we go out for meals out, that's the only time it's like a truce. She always orders big fishy numbers, and I have everything with cheese. So, but yes, but I had a very nice chicken and salad roll. Very nice it was too. So yes.
Lovely.
There you go. Sprue Hunt had a BLT. That's nice. So yes, can't go wrong. Staple. Gotta be done, isn't it? Anyway, say we're all here. Everyone's just in as well. Just made these, whatever that is. Brownies. Oh, very nice indeed in chat.
They look nice, don't they?
Very, very nicely done as well. To be honest, my other half did brownies the other day. Very nice. Can't go wrong with those. So anyway, if we just pop over to the quick sales department, we're doing 10% off. Where are we? Here it is. We're doing PM is doing 25% off its mega clearance sale. So it is a bit of an enema. So everything has got to go. Can't keep it in any longer. So down in the old 25% section. So if you just pop over to the PM store, the links are all down below. On the show as well, so as you can see, it's all of these. It is going fast. Anything that's black, you know, got the sold out.
Is there anything left?
Well, there's a few bits. So, but yeah, pretty much it is all going. But as I say, once this is gone, it is gone. It's not coming back. So grab it whilst you can. All right. So we've got all the various bits down in here. So
Can I just say, Phil, just Copper State Models Cauldron. Yeah, that's got to be. That's definitely a French bomber.
No, wasn't the Cauldron was a trainer, wasn't it?
I don't know. It's a bomber to me. So why's our
resident French bomber expert? Because it's not World War II, it's World War One, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's in chat. It's got to be.
I've seen him. I know.
Here is there.
Yes. So anyway, you can see lots of good bargains down in here to be had. As I say, it's all 25% off down in here. And when's the sale end?
It's good. Run it till Monday.
Till Monday, right?
It's all bank holiday.
So yes, so
all of them 10%. This when it's all gone, it's gone obviously, and the other one in the discount bit. It's all running till Monday, but obviously once we're out, we're out. So
okay,
that'll be it.
So Flory model stuff down in here, they got 10% off it as well. All right, so it's all 10% off down into actual Flory models on the PM side, and then obviously on the special side, these are the 15% discounts down in here. So you've got 15% off all of these, and obviously got Tamiya Phantoms down in here, Tamiya Ninjas and various things. Oh look, the F-16 sold out. Funny that. So, and all these other great ones, and some of our damaged box ones, which have only got small dinks and things like that. Some of those are my review samples as well, which have gone back in there. We got those,
Yeah.
and then everything else on the store, kit-wise, is 10% off all kits, and it all gets added at checkout. Is that correct, Andy?
The 25% and the special offers are already taken off, and yeah, the 10% gets knocked off checkout. Yeah,
Cool.
that's correct.
Very good. It's 10% off everything, obviously, over at the Flory Model site. So if you want to come direct from me, and obviously we can ship worldwide now as well. That's all sorted down in here. So it's all off of all sanders and all washes. So it's 10% off of everything, as you can see down in here. And then also joining in with the fun and games, we have Brett over at High Altitude Hobbies in the US. He's doing 10% off, I hope. It doesn't say it here, but I'm sure it probably gets added at checkout and all the rest of it. And also, late entry into it, Serious Models. They're doing 10% off of Flory Model stuff as well. All right, so if you want to get everything down in there with Serious Models, and obviously if you're in the EU, this is the Greek ones, as you see, and you see you've got the various discounts down in here, just like that. So if you want to get anything from those, links are down below, as always. If you want to get involved as well and send us your pictures, as you can see, we'll cover these a little bit later on, but you can send us pictures of your great work. Just do the old hashtag official Flory Models and tag us into it, and then obviously we can show your great work as well if you are a non-member and things like that. And then obviously over in the members area, we've got our own group build running at the moment for this week, which is all things, well, fun really. It's just a fun build for 1 week down in here, so we'll have a look at those a bit more later on at around about 3 o'clock. We'll pop round and see how your great builds are doing down in there as well. Obviously, we've got the chat rooms on as well, so if you want to join in live with chat, obviously members, you've got our chat room, and the YouTube chat is live as well today as well. So if you want to talk about anything, post them down in there. And as always, if you don't get a reply from us, it's nothing personal. It's just that the chats move so quickly, it's a bit tricky trying to keep up with all of them. So just keep posting it up until you get an answer. Solved. And it looks like Paul's got its problem solved somehow. Yes. Thanks, Phil. See you in the forum chat. So there we go. He's got it sorted. Thank God for that. And Dale says, login page is now working for me. And I haven't touched a thing, because obviously I haven't did over to, and I don't think the devs are even working this weekend, being Easter. So yeah, so there you go. It just goes to show how it does sort itself out at the end of it.
There you go.
Phil, have you got any warship models? Yes, I've got one, which is an aircraft carrier, which I did. There's a full video build of the, oh God, which one is it? The Iwo Jima is up there. And also I did do a submarine recently as well. So
yes,
I did the was it Tula? K114, Russian submarine as well. So we did that one.
Yeah.
So yes, something a little bit different. As I say, I don't tend to do many ships purely because they are a long time. You know, when I did the actual Iwo Jima, that was a good 4 or 5 months work into that one with everything else that goes on. So that's why it just tends to be one of those where, yeah, it's a big commitment to do those as video builds. People get sort of bored seeing
It's quite a niche subject as well, isn't it?
bulkheads being put in all the time. So, yes.
Well, you just dropped.
The lid off me paint.
So you start shaking it. We've all done it. That bit where you shake your paint and then you look at your hand and there's paint on your hand and you slowly look up at the ceiling to see the cast off spatter that's done a nice arc. So we've all done that one.
Are you painting Model A?
Hand painted Model there.
Oh, a hand painted Model A. All right, okay.
For me, pilot.
Oh.
His green uniform.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
Easy to paint it with Model A.
Fair enough. No. Yeah, we're not ones to judge.
No.
No.
Often.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, meant to say, have you got any warships on sale? No, we haven't got many warships in stock full stop, have we?
There's some...
There is some Hobby Boss ones and there was some Trumpster ones and perhaps there was a couple of Meng ones, but that's about as far as we go really, because like I say, we've had them in and they don't really sell. I think people go to more specialist sites for ships and things who yeah. Yeah, so.
Neil says, Matt, is the A1 past Doncaster always slow? Just driven on there on the way back to Hertz. Gave PM away from my traffic jam.
Apparently, Leslie's just come back. Northbound is horrendous. It's a car park, and yes, our stretch is, because it leads to the M62, and obviously it comes off at the M18 as well. So it's quite. There's about 4 junctions between the M18 and then past where I used to live, and then obviously there's a few more going up to it, but it's always busy. And don't forget, it's bank holiday, it's a Saturday.
Yes.
It's an afternoon, it's horrendous.
There's quite a few industrial bits, sort of like north of Doncaster as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's 2 lanes, and you get lorries passing each other for about 20 miles.
We get tractors on here because it's not an M as well, this bit.
Yeah.
You get tractors.
So
they can drive on it, and like I say, it's only dual carriageway. It don't take much to snarl it up, and if there's an accident, then that's the end of it. It's you're stuck. It needs 3 laning, to be honest. This stretch of the A1, but they can't do it because there's no way to do it. I don't think.
No.
It's very busy. Yes.
It is. Yes.
Yes. It's nearly as bad as the M5, isn't it, Phil?
Oh yeah, well you know what it's like down here. It's one way in, one way out down in this neck of the woods. So if anything happens, forget it. It's just a car park, full stop. So
how's it been this weekend?
To be honest, from what I've heard and seen, it hasn't been that bad. It's been flowing, but as I said, I think people have staggered coming down here this weekend. A lot of traffic was moving on Wednesday and Thursday, to sort of avoid the big build up of like Thursday night, Saturday morning coming down here. But my other half, she goes to work at around about 6:15. She said it was really busy on Thursday and Friday coming down here at 6:15 in the morning. She goes down to Plymouth, so it's still very heavy. So I think people have made the right decisions of either coming down at night or spreading it out a bit. So definitely. Marcel says, small additional question. What are the chances of Tamiya doing an F14B? Again, the B's a difficult beast because the B is basically the same as a D. There's not a great deal of differences between them. There's only very, very small differences. So I don't know if they would do it. You know, it is the thing. When Tamiya originally released in 32nd the F14A, they did the B. We never saw the D because technically you can do a D from a B and a B from a D. If that makes sense.
Yeah, clear as mud.
It is. It's there's only very small differences to it. So, yes.
Yeah. If you're going to do it, they've probably done it by now, wouldn't they? Because, like I said, they've done an A and a B, haven't they? So
yeah, they've done the A and the D. So I've got the D up there.
Was it quite a used version of a Tomcat?
Well, it was what it was. The B was an interim upgrade until the D's came along. So they took some of the A's and re-engineered them into B's. So they got new engines, new avionics, but.
Was it the first one that could use drop bombs rather than being a?
Well, yeah, it got the lantern.
Yeah,
it got the lantern pod and the pallets underneath and that.
It's like we were saying before lunch. Tamiya are a law to themselves, isn't it? Just because they do a particular model, it doesn't mean to say they're necessarily going to do all versions of it.
Yes.
They don't normally, do they? They don't go down that road a lot, do they? Of doing every version of making the most of the molds.
No.
Like other manufacturers have to do. I think because Tamiya is such a big entity in itself, they don't really need to do that, do they, to keep going? There's many branches to Tamiya, isn't there, Nathan?
There are indeed.
You've been to Tamiya's thing, ain't you?
Tamiya land.
Literally.
A lot of RC and a lot of this weird baking stuff.
Yeah, say cake decorating, Tamiya is all over it.
Weird little cake things, very strange.
Like they do like the Tamiya range of paints which are edible. It's like, who knew?
Food colouring, that is.
Yeah, I know, but it's like paints for airbrushing cakes and stuff. Tamiya do them.
I'm sure I saw the other day they're building a big new factory, aren't they?
Well, they've brought a lot, haven't they, out of Indonesia and Taiwan, wasn't it? They brought it all back in country. So,
all right.
So maybe that's what they're doing. Perhaps they was worried about China invading Taiwan and brought it all out.
Well, I'm just thinking perhaps that's why it's been a bit slow release-wise, because if they are doing a new factory, that's going to take some doing and money in it, and obviously affect, output and production. I don't know. Is anybody in the know?
Not sure.
We don't know anyone these days. That's the problem. We're about out of the loop now.
I'm sure it's in the Daily Mail.
What, that trusted
Newspaper.
That trusted newspaper that always tells the truth.
Yes, that's it.
Absolutely.
Talking of that, the Daily Mail reader's up here tomorrow. My mother.
Oh, right, okay. My mum's gone the other way. She used to be Daily Mail, and now if it's on Facebook, it's got to be true.
Hey.
I'm like, no, don't believe everything you read, Mum. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's got to be true. It's on Facebook. Well, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. See, look, that's why you need an apron, everyone. So when you drop that tiny little piece like that, instead of it disappearing off to the carpet monster, it just lands in your lap.
There's a selling point if ever I've heard one.
So what you can do is, wasn't there was that company once that put clips on the bottom of this, so you clip it to your thing. But I was thinking you could put a bit of soft Velcro on this side, and you could just Velcro yourself to your thing.
Yeah.
At least, yeah. So at least when you walk off and forget you're attached to your desk.
Because this was the one when they were like this. It used to be this. Somebody did a clever design. They put clips on the bottom of these, wasn't it? So then literally you'd have your clips like this, and you attach yourself by clipping yourself to your cutting mat, which seems a brilliant idea, to be honest, until the phone rings or something happens and you walk off dragging your cutting mat and all your paint and glues and everything with it as you rush to the door. So it's not probably the best design ever.
It's kind of a flawed design, but it's got good intentions on it.
Yeah, it was good intentions, but it's slightly flawed.
Yeah, just a little bit, but hey. He said a bit of forethought.
Yes. Right, so my plan of action really is to try and get this somewhat together, but I've got to wait for the things to dry now. Shall I give you a close-up on me of where I'm at? Pick a camera, any camera. I think we need a smaller camera. There we go. So here is Mr. Hoy, my Uruguay.
Is that nose correct on yours?
It's definitely better than yours.
I don't know. I think we should have a nose comparison. Hold on.
Get yours ready on camera and we'll do
Get your nose ready. Here we go.
Right.
Hold on.
Right, go
Look
side
at that
on.
nose.
That's it.
Look
Bring
at
it
that
inside
profile.
on. Right, okay. You stay there like that. So
Yeah,
what,
totally
what do we think, everyone? We've
Yeah, I
got
think
Budgie the helicopter.
I think yours might be better than mine.
Yes. I think you need a bit more filler under that door.
No. No gap. Look at this side.
Bring it down a bit.
Hold on.
Oh my
No
God.
gaps there. Look.
That's it. That's perfect. That's seamless.
Look underneath. Hold on. You haven't seen underneath. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This is definitely a 10-footer.
A 10-footer. Yeah, 20 feet. Different room. But yeah,
or squinting.
I've got a bit of flash to take care of back here. And but generally I think actually the shape's not too bad. And again, nice thing about this, the doors are moulded, so I don't have this trouble with literally having to worry. I have got a bit of sink mark there on the nose, which I might need a bit of filler in there. But the rest
So look at your exhaust. Oh,
it's just a hole.
that's got to be better. Have you seen my exhaust?
Show us your exhaust.
That's it, look.
Oh right, you've got your turbine blades in the back. My point is your tail. It just the way the tail joins the fuselage looks like it's an afterthought. Yeah.
Well done. Okay. There you go. Yes.
So if you look at yours and then you look at how they've done this one, you get a line in that, but yours just doesn't look like it's blended in. It looks like it's stuck on.
You could chop that off and make a right good whiffy sort of
Yeah, you could put some wheels on it.
post-apocalyptic bus or something.
Yeah,
You know how
yeah,
they've done
that's
it before. You could actually do something with that. You know, for the I'm thinking the Greebly Sig.
Yeah. Well, have you seen that one? There's I don't know where it is. I've got a feeling it might be some backwater place, but it's a Mi-8 helicopter's fuselage as a bus. So they put it on a bus chassis and they drive it around. But literally, it's an Mi-8. So, which is a perfect size for it.
And somebody's done a model kit of that years ago.
There you go.
They've done a, you know, like 35th one you've got. They've used that and then obviously put it on, I don't know, like a Euro chassis. I don't know what chassis it was, but they put on a chassis and it did look rather cool.
No,
it was like
yes,
like a camper van type thing or something. I don't know what they'd done. Something like in in Afghanistan or something. I think they've done it, that sort of part of the world who was using it, shall we say?
Yes.
Recycling.
Upcycling, don't they call it?
Upcycling, that was it, yeah. No, perhaps not. I don't want to do any Tomcat studying, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's no centre seams on this thing, it's fine.
Yes. Nathan's more of a thing for Doncaster Air Museum than me.
Yeah, what about
It's not quite Yeovilton, is it? Or Hendon or Cosford, shall we say.
No, it's very small.
It's got some unique stuff there, though, hasn't it?
Some nice stuff there. It's got some good stuff.
It's all right for an hour or so, isn't it? A couple of hours to peruse around and whatever. But yeah, it's not massive at all. It's a small little concern. But it's worth, if you're up here, it's worth a visit, because you could probably do this one and Newark Air Museum in the same day.
A lot of the planes there are parts of them, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of cockpit sections.
Yeah, there's a lot of cockpit fronts and stuff like that. So, but yeah.
It's like one small hangar and then loads of stuff outside.
Yeah.
Right, let's get a bit of sandy action.
Just to speed things up and get things drying a bit quicker, I'm out trying these washes I've had knocking around in the back of me cupboard for donkey's years.
Cheeky bastard.
I don't know what they're like.
Like, I even had Matt say to me last week, "Oh, I used your wash the other day. You forget how good they are. Thanks."
At least I was honest.
You were, yes. You said they were very good and work perfectly. You forget how good they are. Like, no, fine.
Did they not look good on my diorama base?
They did. It looked absolutely stunning.
Exactly. There you go.
Speaking of which, do we get an update on Monday? Are you having bank holiday off?
I'm having bank holiday off.
Oh, right, okay.
But there will be an update at some point. Nathan's going to do a vlog, aren't you, Nate?
I've been talked into it, yeah.
Nathan's going to be good at vlogging, though, because he's
Matt's
a teacher.
turned into my own whip. You know, like they have in politics that go round getting this to do as they're all told. Matt's become head whip.
Problem is whatever Matt does, I have to edit.
Yeah, but you're getting good at it now.
And what are you saying?
You're like a professional now.
Well, if you want it up for Monday, that means I've got to do it.
No, I ain't done anything, so it's bank holiday, isn't it?
I was going to say, no, for members, there'll be nothing up on Monday because obviously worked yesterday, working today, and I did promise I'd have a bit of time with the family lamb. Just to show them.
Monday, I will be taking my mother back home, so...
The highlight of his week.
I'm definitely not working.
And all of Matt's beautiful videos I edit.
Yeah, well, before you came on this morning,
do you know what?
Matt was moaning that you couldn't edit out the little pause sign at the top of the...
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Phil come up with a good idea, Andy. Just crop it a bit so it goes.
Yeah, just crop it out or stick a logo over it.
Or stick a logo over it.
Do you know how much problems I have?
Oh, here we go.
Trying to keep him in shot. Never mind.
Here we go. That old chestnut again. Every time.
Right, it's no good. I think we need a bit of filler.
No.
Purely because it's going to be quicker to fill this than it is, so it's time to make my special brew.
What if I put a pause icon over the top of it? That'd be right.
Yeah.
No, we don't want that. That's debonder. That's going to work.
Do you know what, Andy? I'd just leave it on.
Send it back.
Where's my... Oh, there it is.
Not suitable for my requirements. Send it back.
No.
I tell you what, Andy, some employers just don't appreciate quality workmanship, do they?
Not all, mate.
Hey, they take it for granted, don't they?
I do.
Here we go.
I think you should unionise on that.
I'll tell you what. We'll be down to 4 of us in a minute.
Everyone else has to watch his videos once.
Yeah.
Well, when you get good at it, you do mine as well. So I won't get too good.
Yeah, don't get too cocky.
That's it. Bit of the old white finest.
So Nathan,
You can't yet.
what you thought of then?
Absolutely nothing, because I only can think when I'm on the train to Liverpool.
Well, can you nip on it, think of something and come back?
Topic. What did we do last time? We did F-Teen Series Jets last time, didn't we?
F100, yeah.
100 Series Jets. Throw it out to the chat. Need to log on to the chat in a second, actually. Get the computer booted back up.
British World War II cruiser tanks.
Mm.
That didn't begin with C.
Yeah.
Tell you what we do need to think about. It's coming up to the end of the Flashpoint Sig, you know.
Oh
We've
no!
got 2 weeks left.
My helicopter's turned back into a tail sitter now. Took the tail on. The tail fin things.
Well, mine's not.
Look. Oh no! That's pants.
Put a penny coin in the cab behind the pilot seats and it'll be right.
Oh, I'll have to do something because that's going to be annoying. The rotors aren't on yet, but I don't think they're going to be enough to balance it back out. So.
If you think Matt's
Come on, Nathan. He's not going to waste a penny, is he?
I'm about to say, if you think Matt's going to put a penny in that kit,
Sometimes I put using coins as nose weights is cheaper than buying nose weights.
Ah, dear. Hey,
Hello. What's that?
what the hell was that?
Is that the Amiga 6500 firing up?
You know what? This is my 2009 Apple iMac. Thanks.
Yeah, as far as I know, the Donny Museum sells a model shop in the entrance.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Alex has put a good thing. Yeah, you're about right. It is Alex. Yeah.
It's where I say Doncaster Air Museum has probably got about a dozen aircraft. Plus
Yeah,
bits.
probably so. What is that? Full ones or part ones?
It's a dozen full ones and then bits and pieces. It's got lots of Canberra cockpits. It's got a Vulcan cockpit. It's got a good collection of helicopters. Sea King, Wessex. Was it the Scout, the Falklands one?
not a bad place to go for a couple like that.
It's, you know, I can get a cup of tea and.
Is that the one we went to?
Yeah.
And we all squeezed in the Canberra cockpit.
No, that's
Yeah.
Elvington.
Oh no, it's
Oh, that was Elvington, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Elvington's good.
Yeah, Doncaster and Elvington's a lot bigger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Elvington.
What does the case XX stand for on an F102? I presume that's case 20 in Roman numerals, is it?
XX is 20, yeah.
So, what does it stand for? Come on, you're like an aircraft expert.
No idea.
Yeah.
Roman numerals are too clever for us lot.
Yeah.
We do Latin at school.
Oh, different wingtips from Robert. Case X and double X is different wingtips.
Oh,
Not age restriction then.
Yeah, the triple X version.
Yeah.
That's a whole different. Oh, why does the door fit better
It's,
backwards than it does the right way round?
It's only to be used after the 10 o'clock watershed.
Yeah. Not child friendly.
Oh, that's a good one. Right, okay, that's a good one from Christopher. If we're going to do a little bit of a vlog cast, okay, for an hour, just
Yeah.
a teaser for the non-members of what they miss when we're not on here. Inspirational museums. That's a good call.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
That is a really good call, actually. Thanks for that, Christopher.
And why haven't we been to them? That'll be the second bit of that.
Yeah. When was the last time we've been to one?
I know straight away what my favourite museum is.
Mine's the Imperial War Museum London when I can go.
Yeah.
Mine's not in Britain. Mine's in Germany.
Problem is, I find with museums is sometimes, especially the bigger ones, is that the aircraft have been redone to such an amount to make them pristine.
Yeah.
That they're not generally necessarily 100% correct. There's a lot of small ones don't get. Yeah, a lot of small ones don't have the money or time to do it, so they're more original sometimes than some of the bigger ones are.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Yeah, I know what you mean. I tell you what was a good museum. I went to the Zeppelin Museum. That was a really, really good museum.
What did that have in it?
Cars, actually. It had cars and planes and all sorts. It was really interesting. Really good few hours in there when we was in the Friedrichshafen. I think that's how you pronounce it, if I can remember.
Also, I think it depends on the museum on how accessible they are, because you go to some museums now and they are like literally behind barriers and you can't properly get up to them. One of the ones I liked is is the ones where you can, like Bovington, you could literally touch them, and all the rest of it, you get right up to them close. And I know it's a bit different to a tank to a plane because they're a bit more durable, shall we say, but obviously like Yeovilton, me and Matt went, was the last time we went. You can like go through the Sea King and get in it and all the rest of it, and all things like that, and you can properly just wander around them right up close. Where some of them have like...
Problem with Yeovilton, it's just too dark.
Yeah, it's not anymore. They have got windows now.
Oh, have they? Right.
They've put some windows in the last sort of 5-6 years. They've put some windows down there.
They were trying to make it. They were trying to make it moody and.
Yeah, well, a lot of it was because it was an active military base. They didn't want windows overlooking certain areas. They only wanted you to see where they wanted you to see. But now it's not like it used to be. They have got a few more windows in there now, and they've actually thinned out the herd a bit. Whereas before they were properly jammed in there, which is a shame because they got rid of some really nice ones. It's a lot more walk around it. It's a lot more airy and lighter than it used to be. So.
They'll even got on the floor there to see what colour the wheel wells of a Hawker Sea Fury
It was. Me and Matt were both lying on our back under a Hawker Sea Fury going, do you know what? Still don't look right.
Bloody wheel wells on a Sea Fury. I've been there for ages. Nathan, when was the last time you've been to Eden Camp?
Eden Camp, oh my God.
I don't know if we took. I don't know if Leslie's been a good few years ago. I don't know if we took the.
Every time we go past it, I keep saying we're going to have to go there sometime. I don't think we've ever been.
Yeah, I've even forgot all about Eden Camp. But that's good actually. That's a good one. Say Elvington's all right. I'm just on the back from up in the Yorkshire way as I am now.
Newark's all right, isn't it? It's not a bad.
Newark's all right.
Got some good stuff in there nowadays.
Newark's a good one. Yeah.
Got the Swedish stuff, hasn't it? The big dragon.
Yeah.
For me, when we was on holiday, that Amarca Aviation Heritage Centre down on the South Island in New Zealand, it was only a tiny little place, but it was stunning. All like World War One and Second World War, but all the exhibits were like set in full size. A lot of them were set in full size like dioramas.
Right.
And it's absolutely stunning.
Is that your one in New Zealand, did you say?
Yeah.
There's a YouTube program all about that. That's about the creation of it. I don't know if you've seen that. But it's how they went about building the dioramas and the various bits and pieces for them. Yeah.
It was absolutely stunning. And like I say, only a tiny little place.
I think Bovington's a really good thing. It's just the worst place ever in the country to me.
Get to, it is.
It's an awful place to get to, but it's a really good museum. It's got some really good stuff in it. If you're into armour and all that sort of thing, it's a cracking museum. It's just a mere to get to it. Anywhere else, I've always said it, anywhere else in the country, it'd be more accessible, should I say, where they've actually got proper roads to get to it. It'd be really popular, but
the one I want to do that I've never been to is Duxford.
Never been to Duxford?
You've never been to Duxford?
No, Duxford's really nice. It's nicely laid out, and obviously because it's in different sections.
Yeah, Duxford's amazing.
I'll tell you what, John.
It's that thing again from our part of the world, isn't it, Phil? It's a bit of a
well, last time we went,
bit of a long trek to get there, isn't it?
Yeah, me, Matt, and Andy did Dax, wasn't it?
Yeah. Dax over Duxford.
So that's the nice thing about doing it as well, because obviously we went around all the museum, didn't we, before it got busy, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we went out and obviously watched all the Dakotas going off to Normandy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It was good, actually.
It was good, I must admit. It was, because everyone was dressed up as well and all the bits and pieces. It was a really good day out, that was.
I like the armour bit. I thought the armour bit was good because they've done little, not little dioramas, but little sort of vignettes, as we call it, but full size with stuff, haven't they? And mannequins in all the gear, and it's really, really.
They've closed that, haven't they?
I don't know if they have yet. There was all this rumour talk about that's what was going to happen. They were going to get rid of it, flatten it, and they were going to build a hangar there. And then the Battle of Britain Memorial flight was going to move there when they came out of Scampton and all the rest of it. But never seemed to have happened. It went very quiet. So
next time you come up, John, I'll take you down to Duxford.
Yeah, it's one of those ones I've always fancied, because like you say, when they got the air shows on, you can get the weekend tickets so that you get a day going around the museum, innit, and a day watching the air show.
Yeah.
I've always fancied doing it, but it's always either fallen at the wrong time, work-wise. I'd love to go there. I've never been there.
Well, look, we could do it as a members meet, because we did a members meet there a few years back now. But that was a really good day because we got a full behind-the-scenes job everywhere. We got all to crawl over Just Jane and speak to the engineers, and with the F-86, we had a personal tour around that as well. So we'll see what we can do.
Sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a good plan. That.
Good members meet down there.
We need to do a members meet in Krakow. Like beer and an excellent aircraft museum.
Yeah, I might give that a miss for a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe just let a few things settle down before we go there.
Yeah, a little bit settle down first, but yeah.
Well, that reminds me, I saw the advert came out. Mosson's next weekend, isn't it?
Is it?
23rd, 24th.
No.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. It's that time of year, isn't it? Again.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the photos online. I'm glad it's back on, because obviously they missed a good couple of years of doing it. So,
that'll be 4 years now, won't it? Was it 2018 we did?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is.
That was a good time, that was.
Yes. Definitely need a trip back there at some point. Bruntingthorpe. I've never been to Bruntingthorpe.
It's still there. I thought
they'd moved it all.
Yeah, I thought it got sold, wasn't it? The land, so they moved them all.
The Buccaneers have got, the Lightnings are still there, I think. Yeah, they've definitely stopped doing the sort of runway stuff.
Neil's just asked a good question on chat. Why did Deco companies not put them all in logical order?
Like one at the top and 99 at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, i.e. group them into, left side, right side, underneath, top. Good point.
Which is exactly what certain manufacturers do. Bandai do it that way. They put them into areas that you're doing it. But say other manufacturers, it's just all over it. But I can speak to that. I know a couple of guys who do decals. It's all to do with layout of how many you can cram onto a sheet in the smallest space. Because obviously you pay per size of the sheet. So if you can make it as small as possible and get them in, so you're sort of filling in bits and stuff like that. So that's why it's not done. So yeah.
It's Jenga, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
Tetris. Sorry, Tetris.
The decal sheets cost more to make than the plastic.
Yeah, well, we know that. We've spoken to people about that on some of our live shows, and they've said that the most expensive is the decal sheet in the kit. So, here's a quick question from, was that Slugu? He says, I think it says, your Optivisor lens is stronger than 250. If stronger, do you get headaches? Well, I have my Optivisor, I think it's a 150.
What around, Andy?
I ain't got a clue, to be honest with you.
×2, I think, it's on mine. No, 5. Mine's a 5.
That's a number 5. That's not
the strength though.
Strength, no.
I don't know what they are because it came with it on my Optivisor. Tell you what, as well, this camera being here, I can hang it on it now. I've got somewhere to hang my Optivisor.
So you knock it flying, you do the douche, and it's like yeah, I must admit I don't go that high, so I don't have that problem with it.
To be honest, I don't think that is strong. If I'm honest, but
have a quick look.
It works. And I've had that for how many years now, Andy? How long we had them? 4 years? More? 5? They've really lasted.
I think I had mine about a year before yours, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
Yours at the show, didn't you?
The thing is, you don't look through them all the time, do you? It's only when you're actually...
Yeah, I mean, even when I'm down like that, I can still look underneath them, do you know what I mean? And then I just put my head down and...
Yeah.
Right, Peter says, talking of tourism, any thoughts on reopening the store?
Well, at the minute.
Well, the thing is, we have spoken about this when we were having our AGM. And
AGM, is that what we call it?
Is that what it was? But yeah, so we did say that what we're going to plan to do is open it up for members at weekends or the Saturday to do sort of members meets there, but that will be later on once we get everything sort of worked out and various bits and pieces. So yeah, we do want to sort of open it up, but it wouldn't be just open store like it used to be, because again, I think those days have passed. And
just a little bit. It's a time thing.
It's time and the busyness of everything that's going on
and the state of the shop, like I said. Well, it's not a shop, it's an industrial unit, so
yeah,
it's
a warehouse fully now. Whereas before we had it laid out a bit like a shop, it's now it's a lot bigger. It's more crammed than it's ever been in there. So,
yeah.
So in other words, yes, there's been thoughts about it, but that's about as far as it got.
Yeah.
These number 5 are actually 2.5 times magnification.
Is that bad or good?
Because he also goes on to say about that he's got 250s, but he'd like to go higher.
Cool. How high? You'd be like a microscope.
Yeah, electron microscope.
Yeah.
The other way of doing it, if you know, as you say, because it's what I do. So if I just go to me, when I'm working, obviously I've got this in front of me on a 27-inch monitor. So that's in reality something like 4 times the size of what it is in my hand is on the screen in front. So if you wanted to, you could just rig a camera up, zoom in a bit, and yeah, you could have it literally like that instead of wearing a magnifier. And obviously you see me do the reviews and that's what I'm doing. I'm not even looking at the part, I'm looking at my screen because it's a lot bigger and clearer and I can see all the details that way. But if you are planning on going sort of, you know, that type of way, you could do something like that as well.
Who is it? Is it David? And it's got an electron microscope, hasn't it?
Yeah, working on the molecular level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly because, like he says, we're doing 48 scale figures, so they are quite small. I can see his point. But no.
Costed. Go on, sorry.
So I was going to say, I think it's one of those things. If you buy, you know, one of these cheap ones for like £8 or whatever they are, it comes with a box of them in there, which go up to, I don't even know what it goes up to. Hold on, I've got it. Which the really thick one, which must be a, oh, it's a 3.5. Let me try it with a 3.5 in, see what this does.
This will be fun.
Yeah, okay, that's hugely different. But because of it, I have to have it here to be able to see it. It's lovely and clear. But you have to have it really close because that's really blurry now. Can't even see it. So, but yeah, this is a 1.5. Yeah, 1.25 this is. And that's my sort of sweet spot for doing this.
So these ones that me and Matt have got at the moment, normally they're never cheap, but on Amazon at the moment you're looking at 60, 70 quid.
What, for the lenses?
No, for the...
How much are the lenses on their own? Because what we got, a 5. I wouldn't mind something a bit less stronger. What do they do?
See, I was a 5, which is a 2.5. To do a 3, which is a 1.5.
That might do. How much is that?
Again, at the moment, all I can see is ones with the headband and everything.
No.
So if you want a 1.75, which is a 2, that's £2. For the whole
on
thing.
Prime?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to add it to my basket. For you.
I can add it to my own basket, thanks.
Well, we've got a 1.5, which is a DA2. That's £80.
80 quid?
Wow.
Gee.
Don't know why.
Blimey, that's a bit pricey. 80 quid. I'd like to see Phil sanding his nose into proper shape.
Well, I think I've got those sink marks, so I'm trying to get rid of them.
You not filled them?
Yeah, I use the old super glue and talc.
Oh, right, okay. So anyway, back to museums. We've gone off topic. So which museums would you like to go where you've never been to?
I can't pronounce it. I've been to the Smithsonian in Washington.
Mm.
The one on the edge of Washington. They've got the space shuttle in it. Lots of nice things, like some of the German stuff, like the thing that John's building.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I went to the one on the mall in the middle of Washington, but I just didn't have time to get out.
Right.
So some of the American aircraft museums I'd like to go to.
Is it Smithsonian where they've got all the the German oh god,
Horton.
The owl and everything. And
yeah, they've got all
the owl. That's it. The Yoo-hoo.
Like the Blackbird and stuff out there. I've been to the one in New York on the aircraft carrier. That's good.
There you go. Chris has put it up. Is it the Udvar-Hazy Museum?
Udvar-Hazy, that's the one. Yeah.
That's a cool name, isn't it?
Pronounced it right, I don't know.
The Udvar-Hazy, that's a good name.
I think it's out near the airport in Washington, but you needed a car to get there, so that just put the brakes on it, really.
Yeah.
But the one, there's loads of museums in America I'd like to go to. About you? Japan.
I'm thinking, on like YouTube, there's the Australian sort of like an armour museum that's restoring a Stug. I think it's a Stug we're doing at the minute, but they've got a load of other stuff as well. I think that'd be quite an interesting one. And I missed that when I was in Friedrichshafen. I didn't realise it was the Dornier Museum in the same, not far from the Zeppelin one.
Right.
I wouldn't mind to go and see that. So, I don't know, you always look when you go away on holiday, like if there's anything worth going to visit, don't you? Especially if you're not going on a beach holiday as such. So.
There's one in Sweden that looks quite good. Don't ask me whereabouts. I was sort of looking at a holiday in Sweden a few years ago. Good aircraft museum there.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to do one that Chris put up. The National Museum of the United States Air Force does look good. But just a tour of the boneyard, I think that'd be a good crack.
That would be cool if you could just walk around the boneyard in the desert.
Take bus journeys around it, can't you?
Yeah, but it's not the same as just literally just trundling around a boneyard, is it? That'd be brilliant. That'd be it.
Eyes of it. You see the images of it, but it's amazing when you're there. But there is a museum next to it as well, I think.
Yeah, there is. We've got one of our members works there. He sends me the photos of when they're doing the restoration stuff. Because we had an invite to it. Do you remember when the IPMS was at Phoenix?
Yes.
And we said go to it, then we could have gone round to that, but with everything that went on, it sort of put pay to that trip.
Yeah.
The favourite museums have gone in the Luftwaffe Museum in Berlin. Obviously, been into the German stuff. That's good.
Is it big?
It's shrunk it a bit, but it's sort of spread out over what was an airfield. But it's a weird one because I think basically got one of everything that the Germans have had since World War II. They've put a bit more effort. They've put some World War II stuff together because weirdly there's very little World War II German stuff in Germany.
Yeah.
But they've got a Heinkel and a 190, a 109 and a 163. They've got a 262, not sure, but they've basically got one of everything from post-war Germany. And all the MiGs just lined up.
Haven't you got any like World War One stuff there?
Got some replicas. But if you go to Krakow,
they've got Goering's
aircraft collection there, which is really good.
I watched the thing on that, how they actually ended up there, because they were all packed in carriages on a train, weren't they? They shifted them out of somewhere and they got sort of left and then discovered or something. I don't know. It might have been one of them Mark Felton documentaries that you think it could have been that I was listening to, but yeah.
But they've got some really rare stuff at the Krakow one, and they've got MiG Alley, like one of every Polish MiG.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, it does look a good one to go to. Plus, they have a model show there, don't they?
Yeah, that's the time to go, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good excuse to go for the museum and a model show. Definite.
Yeah. Peter Miller is saying that you go to the Royal Australian Air Force Museum in Bull Creek, Perth. They've got a Lancaster, a Catalina, and a DC-3. Ganster Museum. Oh my God.
I think, because we can, like we've been to Cosford a few times, and I have been to Hendon once, I've got to say, but I don't know if we kind of take it for granted what we have got in our museums over here, because we've got a lot of stuff that obviously we've used, and then obviously in Cosford there's all the Luftwaffe stuff, the Japanese aircraft, and I don't know, you just kind of walk and you look in that, but I don't think you think a lot of it, do you? Because it's there.
One I'd give a shout out to the helicopter museum as well. That's quite.
Yeah.
Never been on the list.
We procured a lot of stuff after the Second World, during the Second World, didn't we?
We've got the war back, all the sort of.
That time we did the show, and we were stood like set up in front of the Defiant.
Yeah.
What a backdrop that was.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was just amazing.
I'm looking forward to doing that model show again. Portsmouth Historic Dockyard, that's a good shout. With the Mary Road.
What?
Good Portsmouth Historic Dockyard, where we've got the Mary Road.
I've been to that. Picture is there, is that one, isn't it?
Yeah, you can go on.
I've been down there, I've seen that. Yeah. I'd actually like to see a U-boat.
There's one in Liverpool.
I've been on one.
Is that the one they've chopped in three?
Yeah, it's all in sections. It's very brown and rusty.
I've been in one.
Been in one?
Not literally.
Years ago when I was back in school, we did like a exchange trip.
Oh, what? There is one
to Germany, Hamburg.
In 1944.
And you can walk through it.
I've seen that one, yeah. It's nice to it.
Where is it? In Hamburg?
Kiel, a place called Kiel, if I remember rightly. Kiel.
Yeah.
Remember rightly?
1944, when John was walking through the docks. Someone hit him over the head with a...
As a young lad.
Punching and chucked him on a U-boat.
Been press ganged into going on a U-boat crew.
Yeah. The one in Liverpool's okay. They've just cut it up into sections.
What mark of U-boat was it?
I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember.
No.
Golden Line, Southampton.
Used to be the good old days of like Plymouth Navy days. Used to go in down one hatch along the underneath, and that was an operational boat. I don't think they do that anymore.
USS Intrepid in New York's worth a visit. In that part of the world.
Those were the days, the Navy days, weren't they?
Yeah, this would be really good. Go on everything.
Marcus
The old Ark Royal.
Yeah.
Marcus said, Weringrode in the Hertz Mountains, Germany. Lots of MiGs, starfighters. The Delhi Indian Museum, Air Force Museum, yeah.
There you go, where the SOE flew from, they're going to build houses.
Marcus showing his Air Force, Delhi Air Force Museum pics a few years ago.
Yes, that's a thing.
You see what Christopher's put? Probably because you didn't insult her. That's why you get slapped.
Yeah, you didn't pick on his wife.
Try harder next time.
I think with the USS Intrepid Museum is the aircraft carrier itself is as interesting as the collection. I've got some.
As I say, if you want, it's a bit of a jaunt to go there, but as I say, over to Hawaii, and then obviously if you do the full one, you can do, it's like in 3 they do it. So you do like the Pearl Harbor one, which you can go on the submarine in there, which is the Bowfin, I think it's called. And you go through, but it's been polished to an inch of its life inside. So all the brass work is beautiful, you know, but you go in through one door and then literally come out the front. Down in there, but obviously they've got some beautiful models in there and bits and pieces, and then obviously you can go from the trip there out to the Missouri on Ford Island, and then obviously you've got the airbase there as well for the Pacific Air Museum, and they've got Tomcats there and good stuff and Phantoms and obviously helicopters. And that nice thing about that as well, you can crawl right over them. There's nothing to stop you touching them or, you know, as I say, going underneath them. So I've got loads of reference photos of F-14 and various ones, so that's got a good one.
Hey on that.
What?
Eat the heart out.
Hey? Oh,
Put a bit of light on it.
Hold on.
I could say, can you put a bit of light on it?
Split.
It's a bit of a shadowy figure.
Better.
Kind of.
That's how
Hey,
you
Randy, you really do need to get some better lighting in your office studio thing.
Yeah, light
It's
another
right,
candle.
Yeah. Stick it near the window.
Yeah, but there's a candle near the window. Let me have a light over a bit there.
Need it overhead, Andy. That's what you need.
Oh, well, I'll put it on my overhead then. You're being fussy.
That's better. That's alright, that, isn't it?
It's alright.
When are you going to highlight it?
You're going to gloss his visor?
No, you can't sit inside this thing.
No, good job, mate. I'll tell you that the museums I get, but I don't kind of get because I want one of it is like Auschwitz and them concentration camp sort of museums.
It's just memory though, isn't it?
Oh, they've got to be there. I don't 100% agree with that. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's a memorial more than
Yeah.
a
Got
museum.
the fascination with people wanting to, you know, I can see if your relatives and
You don't go there for a jolly, do you?
No, exactly. I don't know.
I've been to Auschwitz 3 times.
Yes, I've done it once.
Just gone to Krakow with 3 different people who've all wanted to go to it. I'm like, it is intense.
I know Sam went with to one in Poland, I think it was, a children's one. In Poland somewhere, I don't know what. But,
Tell you what I did do though when I was at school, I think you did it, didn't you, Phil? The World War One battlefield ones.
Yes. Yeah.
They went to Belgium in the.
yeah, I went to Belgium, yeah.
Yeah.
You've done them as well. I thought they were really good. I don't mind going back to them now I'm older and appreciate it more. Because when you're like 15.
That's it. Yeah, I was the same. And I must admit, my brother, about just before COVID, did one of those tours. You know, you go on a tour and they take you to all the different ones. He did that and said it was absolutely, you know, amazing to follow along with it. You know, so
yeah.
But yeah, again, that's the other one I'd like to do because I haven't done it for eons. Is go back over to the D-Day ones.
Yeah.
As well, because that's what my brother did. He started there, and then he did one of the tours which sort of follows you from going inland, if you like, explaining it. And then week 2 of it, he went over to the other ones for World War One, the trench tours and the, you know, where the battles, Flanders and all the rest of it. Worked his way right the way through. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he'd like landed on the beach at D-Day and then gone all the way through to, you know.
No, he's not that old. He's only 5
up through the
years older
Netherlands
than me.
and across the Rhine and into Germany.
No, but he said it was like really interesting, all the rest of it. So, but yeah, definitely. But I must admit, I'd like to go back and do the D-Day ones because they're probably a little. I haven't done them for 30 years, so I think they're probably a little bit more together these days.
I don't think I've ever done. Well, I haven't done it, so. Yeah, probably good. Like when we were in Eindhoven, I wanted to get to the into Arnhem, didn't I? I was thinking because like my uncle dropped there, and it's like somewhere desperate to go to Arnhem at some point. I'm gonna have to go because they got that museum in Oosterbeek, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll have to do one of those battlefield tours, and
yeah, I've got
on the podcast. So James Holland says there's nothing like walking the ground and actually being there and.
Yeah, it's got me listening to them pair. It's got me a lot more interested in it as well, of like actually visiting the places. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I'd like to go.
I think it gives a more sense of being there, I suppose, if you know what I mean, what the terrain's like and everything else. I think it's really interesting. So yes,
the Flory trip could be on the cards.
Yeah,
Flory holiday,
Flory trip,
Flory tours,
a new sideline.
That's it. Sign up for Flory tours.
There's loads of people talking about it, obviously, in the YouTube chat, so I'll just pick out a couple here. But Paul was saying about the Brussels Royal Belgium Military Museum. Uniform collections are beyond belief. So we've got various bits there. Evergreen Museum, Aviation and Space in Oregon. We've got the Spruce Goose there, so that will be a large hangar. The US Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio.
Where's the US Civil War Museum?
Pass.
They must have one.
I want to say Gettysburg, but
is that where all the ghosts are? There's always somebody who says, "I saw a ghost," you know. There, it's like one of those YouTube things, isn't it?
Oh God. Oh. Yeah.
Phil, I know you like shark's mouth. There's an awesome looking shark mouth F-15E from the 332nd Seymour Johnson, currently deployed in Europe. You can see it on the YouTube channel. I can't even pronounce that. Galalas. I'll have a look after the show. Phil, been watching YouTube Flory models for a while. I've noticed not much World War One aircraft. Is it because you don't like doing rigging? Oh, I've done a few. How much rigging do you want? I've done the Fokker, no, not a Fokker, the Sopwith triplane. Sopwith triplane, and I've also done the Camel Winged Up Wings kits. They've got lots of rigging on, and also done the Gloucester Gladiator, which I know is post-war. But, or was it? When did that come out? When's Gloucester Gladiator done? Was that after World War II?
Yeah, it was in Second World War,
Yeah, it was in Second World War. So, yeah.
Mid-war.
So it's between the wars, into wars. Yeah, I think it came out. So, yeah, we've done the 3. But to be honest with you, there's not much of a following for them. As we said before, we've covered it on.
Newport.
Oh, yeah, Newport I did. Thanks to Nathan. No, I've just seen Sam. It's the first time I've seen him in about a year. He's up. Look, and it's only 3 o'clock. Here he is. Ooh.
Sam?
Sam is in the
Afternoon,
house.
Sam.
That's my son, who's a university student. He's home for Easter. That's probably the first time I've seen him, actually. Well.
Yeah, and he hadn't seen him for a year either.
There's actually no museum that Christopher's put for the Civil War, American Civil War.
All right.
Wow.
go to Gettysburg to see the battlefield.
Yeah, there's the battlefields and stuff, but actually, mind you, it's an English Civil War museum over here. I don't think there is there?
Not really.
What, from when the traitors left us? Don't forget, it's that old thing,
Depends
isn't
which
it?
side of the fence you're
Yeah,
on.
history is always written from the winning side, so that's why we gloss over it. We lost, so we just pretend in true British fashion, we'll pretend it never happened.
Yeah. And then they gave it back.
Yeah, this is it.
Which is a weird thing to do, isn't it? Yeah, right.
Okay, the official US Civil War Museum is in Hillsborough. I think that's Pennsylvania. And is a city that had the total of one bridge burned down during one bridge burned down during the Civil War.
You're in Liverpool.
He did bring 3 bags, Richard. He bought about 3 trucks full.
What's that?
Dirty laundry.
Oh, God, yeah.
We were like Amazon delivery, weren't it, Andy?
Yeah.
Steam Fan 61 says the historic dockyard in bloody mouse is right on top of it. Chatham in Midway, Kent is a good day out. I've heard of that one.
We have just talking of the English Civil War. Apparently, it's Newark, just down from the castle. Is it? Did you know that, Andy?
What, is there a museum there?
Yeah.
No.
Does anyone know what Tangmere is like? Because we always drive past it when we're going to Brighton to see Sam.
I think they got a couple of stuff on poles, haven't they? But they're not real Spitfire and Hurricane. They're just models, giant models.
I think they've got a lightning. They've got some modern stuff.
Yeah, they say definitely there is Civil War Museum is in this Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, not far from Gettysburg, so they have got one.
All right, then.
The place where they've got the Liberty Bell's worth a visit. Down that neck of the woods. Historic Philadelphia's worth a visit if you're into that sort of stuff.
Isn't it funny though, as you say, that how the world's changing, which don't get me wrong, I think is a really, really good and important thing. But at school, really weren't talked about. There was the American, and British Civil War. We covered like War of the Roses and stuff like things like that, which in the great scheme of it, I know are quite important, but probably not as obviously with the Britain and that. And then obviously with the US Civil War, we were taught just very skimmy basics of it, but nothing into it. I don't know if they're taught a little bit more now of sort of worldwide history.
I don't mean to pull you up, Phil, but I think the Scots and the Irish and things that.
Well, yeah, but we've been squabbling with them and the French for years from an English point of view.
I think it was just squabbling amongst ourselves for once, not against somebody else.
Yes. But you know what I
we've
mean?
got
It's funny, but just
my mother-in-law lives. It's called Thingy Mount. Oh God, Cromwell's Mount is literally not far from here.
Yeah.
A lot went off, shall we say, around this part of the world.
Well, it did here as well, because I actually live on a battlefield, isn't it? So, funny enough, there was a battle here with the Battle of the Roses and all the rest of it. Helps. We've got things like Cannon Road, Sharps Crescent, and all the roads around here are named after military things. So,
yeah. The US doesn't do much UK history after 1789.
No, that's it.
Wonder why.
This is it.
Don't forget the Romans. I've thinking about the Romans actually. When I went to Rome and had a walk around Rome and stuff. I do find the Romans very interesting, I have to say, as a people and a culture and stuff. Yeah, bit barbaric, but they did some really thingy inventions and stuff that they did. Yeah, I've got a thing. It's worth the thing if you ever get a chance to go to Rome. I've said it before, but go. It's a really interesting place, and see the Colosseum as well.
Yeah, what have the Romans ever done for us?
Yeah, what's the Romans ever done for us? Yeah.
I think that's, I know that's quite a famous saying, and it is that thing that it's quite funny. People want, but in some ways it's good it happens. Like, what did the Romans ever do for Britain? Well, it brought us out of the Dark Ages and out of the mud and gave us a bit of culture. Otherwise, we'd still be, I don't know, hugging trees and you know, having witchcraft and voodooism around here, but
I tell you, who don't get a lot of credit for that, you know, I reckon, for culture and all that, is the Vikings.
Yes, well, definitely.
Jorvik.
The Nordic people who came
and yeah, absolutely.
I know they're not, you know, because obviously we got the Jorvik thing up in York, haven't we? And it's quite a...
Actually, talking of museums, we didn't actually go when we went there, but in Reykjavik, there is a penis museum.
Oh, happy days.
Oh, happy, great.
I'm sure. Well, this is it.
Okay. Going, John. Why did you?
Just for something a bit different, if you fancy.
Yeah, I've seen that on YouTube actually. It's quite interesting.
So it was YouTube.
It's like that one where there's a marble museum in there.
The lawnmower.
Well, there was one.
There's a marble museum down here.
Yeah,
House of Marbles just down the road. Yeah.
Hey, if on the way to watch it, there's a Bakelite museum.
Right.
There you go. That's a fragile place now.
Yeah, we got it all down here.
Yeah, but the trouble is Bakelite's still used down here.
Well, the fit of the clear parts is shocking. Jesus. I'll tell you what, the lawnmower museum near me.
There you go,
Still not been.
That's one to take the kids to, innit?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the Vikings gave us IKEA, beach volleyball, and the girl with the dragon tattoo. See, what more could you want for a happy world?
Swedish meatballs.
Yeah, Swedish meatballs.
Can you get a mass set for this kit, Matt?
Pardon?
Can you get a mass set for this kit?
Probably. You didn't think that far ahead, did you? When you jumped on Amazon to buy it.
Well, I have to say, this wash stuff looks quite promising.
Do you think it's got a future?
Do you think it's got a future? Do you know that'll be 20 years old soon?
Could be.
Another 2 years, it'll be 20 years old, that. Not your bottle, clearly, but the wash in general. It'll be his 20th anniversary.
I think I've got one that's about 20-year-old in here.
It's not far off. So I think I've got stuff I bought when I joined in 2010.
There you go.
There you go. That's not because it's got a colour label. We had black and white before that. If anyone's got a glass jar one, that's the one I'd like to see. The one that were done in the glass jars and used to cost an absolute fortune to ship.
That's a bit before my time.
Oh, look, a winter camo wash with a pump spray. Yeah.
So I've got such a good one, it's got no label on it. What do you reckon that is, Phil? Brown or sand?
That's sand, I think.
I think it's sand as well.
I tell you what, who'd ever have thought that dirt would make a real good weathering product? Genius, whoever it was.
It was, wasn't it? That was like, I don't know. It came to me.
So
in my
what would
sleep.
happen, Phil, if we put your wash and real dirt together?
It will probably pull it out of suspension. The clay will cling onto the dirt and you'll just end up with water and dirt. That's the only trouble.
Oh, right, okay.
Funny enough, you know, you was talking about how you'd like a thicker version.
Yes.
I might have come up with a bit of a plan for that.
All right, okay. We'll keep it to yourself. We'll talk about this off here.
Okay.
Don't get them all excited.
Because I bottled 700 bottles of it yesterday, and as I say, I had a bit of the sloppy stuff left over. You see, so I've bottled that separate. So
I've got some of that you gave me years ago.
Thick poster paint.
Yeah, I've got some thick stuff that you gave me ages ago. Off the thing, and it's really well.
Okay.
So you might be able to buy soon a small bottle and then add water to fit it to your level. Or
what, like a dilute?
You could dilute it, yeah. That's what I'm playing with at the moment. I'm sort of testing with it. I've got like 10 bottles of it out there playing with it.
Well, I'm thinking about something thicker for mud and stuff.
Yeah, this is it. You could use it for that.
But with it being water soluble, you see, you can remove what you don't want, but leave the chunky bits on. Does that make sense? Because you want some volume and obviously some texture, especially when doing armour. But you want to be able to actually control it as well, not just slop it on and, you know, like that paste, you know, like the emulsion paste that's got sand in it.
Yeah.
It's highly pigmented, and the problem is with that one is it must have obviously some binder in it and I presume glue. So you've got to work with it really, really quick.
Right.
Because it sticks, like, you know what I mean, the proverbial, shall we say. So it's fine, but you've got really very little working time with it, especially in small amounts. I'm thinking, obviously, your product is reactivatable, so you can manipulate a bit.
Yeah. Peter, yes, it's basically like a concentrate, because that's literally what it is. It hasn't been fully diluted as a normal wash is. So, you know, again, it may be just a thing for, you know, for like Matt was saying, he'd like a thick one to do that with it. But it may be something that we can do.
Cool. Got a pot kettle there, James. Come on.
Yeah. Charming.
I know.
Nathan's the junior one of the team.
That's why it says most of them.
Oh, what paint would you recommend for the Razor Crest?
Paint.
Is that the same as a Razor Quest?
It is. It's the same as the Quest.
Yeah.
Everyone calls it the Crest. Personally, sorry.
I was going to say that new AK stuff that's coming out.
Yeah, the new AK one, but it depends on how you want it to be, because basically it's like a polished aluminium finish on it anyway, so it depends if you want to go down that route of making it quite nice and sparkly, or you want it to go for that mirror look. So like that AK's new stuff, which is basically a form of the Molotov chrome, would probably be a good shout for it. But again, most people I've seen them do fantastic jobs of weathering them down, so it doesn't have to be that shiny. But a proper nice metal finish, like with extreme metals or alclads or something else like that, you want something with not much of a pigment or a grittiness to it in some of the other silvers.
So not X11.
So have you watched Adam Savage weathering Grant's?
No.
Big one.
No. Why? How's he doing his? Badly? Strangely?
Yeah. Very his style, if you know what I mean.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Don't know how else to put it.
Is he using a big paintbrush?
Oh, yeah.
And slapping stuff on and rubbing off with rags?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, if it works for him.
I was going to say, to be honest, that's the old way of doing it. But also, don't forget, because he worked on full-scale props and strong lighting, that's how they always did it. It was like we said, it's pantomime painting. It doesn't look any good in the real world, but on camera, it looks amazing.
Yeah,
that's where that
is exactly what he's doing. It's that. Yeah, it's that about.
Are we having a tour of the forum and Insta?
Of course.
3:20 already. Let's have a look what people have been up to.
Sorry, what are they on about in chat? Oh yeah, just tried to pay for a Flory trip to what was that, Normandy, and PayPal didn't work. Yes, we'll organise something. We could all do with a break.
Yeah,
right.
We'll dig out the landing crafts.
Yep. Yeah, we'll pick you up on the beach and drive you over.
Have we got a spare duck somewhere we can use?
That's what we need.
In Liverpool,
they've got one down Padstow, haven't they? When you want to cross the river.
I don't know if that's still going, is it? Don't think so. Don't think anymore. I think they use like a proper landing craft type thing now.
Damn, that was great when we went on that.
No, when was that, John? In the 70s?
No, wasn't that long ago.
I don't know, they might do. Last time I was down there, it's literally like a landing craft. The ramp goes down and you get on and go across the other side. But
yeah, we went on that, didn't we? When you took us down when we were having a tour around near Slapton Sands.
That was Dartmouth and all the rest of it. We went across Dartmouth on the ferry.
Ah, was that it?
Yeah. Yeah, we did the big round robin trip round Slapton, saw the tank down at Slapton, the Sherman on the beach, and then round to Dartmouth, over then into the Bay of Dreams.
Yeah. When I did it with Lynn, when we getting towards the other side, I said, right, as soon as it goes down, run, don't stop.
Yeah.
Zigzag.
Zigzag.
God.
Right, okay, so let's have a look, see what everyone's doing. So first up, Gloucester Javelin. This is by Paul. Oh, look, cockpit.
Oh, look, Dave.
I know.
Look, this is fine.
My
He's got his
nemesis.
vortex generators on.
I don't think he's bothered. He's done it the same as the Cosford version. So, nice paper clips. Good job. Should be
I'm
on
guessing
commission.
that's a mark thing, is it?
Hey, what?
I'm guessing that's a mark thing. One mark of the Javelin must have not had them on.
Because, Nathan, yours has it on the inner wing bit, not the outer wing, isn't it?
Had them all over the place.
Yeah, well, they say the one that's at Hendon's like this. Not Hendon. Cosford. It's only got them on the outer wing tips. Doesn't have them on the body. So, yeah, it must be a mark thing. But anyway, looking nice.
Very triangular, isn't it?
It is a bit of a, yes, pretty typical sort of 60s era jet. Right, paint's going on there. Good job. The Mobius from Robert. Ooh. Typical Mobius ejector pin marks. You might need to hack them off.
I thought they was locating pins.
No, it's typical Mobius. Mobius like their ejector pins to be big and proud. There he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. Got the odd gap, but that's typical Mobius. That's what perfect plastic putty's for. There you go. Get a cotton bud in there and clean that up.
Why do they use that odd coloured styrene?
Yeah, they always do. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here he is.
Cool though, isn't it?
It is. It's a little bit different. I didn't even know they did it, so that's a new one on me. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. Oh, Kiowa.
No, it's not. Oh look, it is now.
Here he is. So this is from Lee.
That's the nose off my helicopter.
Basically, yeah. I think that's what they've done. They've taken a Jet Ranger nose. So yeah, very nice. There's loads of aftermarket for this one, Lee, if you're ever looking. Very nice.
Or don't go down that rabbit hole and just
Unless you
build
don't
it.
want to go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, no, it's nice. Always thought about doing one though. If you need any reference shots, I have got a load of good reference shots off of that. Okay, this is the little from Nigel. Is it a Warhawk?
Hmm.
There we go. We've got some parts of the spruce. Here we go. Internals. Some paper harnesses.
I think he's doing a Warhawk theme for the summer, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Nigel. Did I see him post the other day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Warhawk Warpath.
It's mixed season, wasn't it? Was it last year or year before?
Yeah.
Oh, Desert Babe.
Oh, Desert
From
Babe.
Gareth.
Rather 72 one.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Cockpit.
Cockpit.
Nice. Good
Good
job.
job.
Okay, from Nigel. This is. You know any more? No, it's alright. Just talking about it. F-19 stealth. Got any more? Oh, figures. Figure, I should say. Cockpit. Instrument panel.
Get the figure with it, do you?
Obviously, you get the little guy.
Or is he,
Oh, he's just a pilot.
or has he just found one to put in it?
No, I've got a feeling it does come with one, I think, if I remember rightly.
Can't remember if it came with figures or not.
Okay. Coast Guard.
Oh,
Helicopter.
The Coast Guard, how's that doing?
Oh,
Oh, that
it's
horrible
very
red
red.
styrene.
Yeah,
Ooh.
nice. Nice little plumbing for the engine, look.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I think I'd have to primer that before I started it. So, God, that's
Yeah, it's
garish,
get
isn't
rid
it,
of
when
the
they do it
colour.
in coloured styrene. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Nice little
Nice.
detailed engine, though, isn't it?
Hmm. Well, you say it's fully on show, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
a lot of joining ups in there.
Good job. That's careful removing from the sprue.
Also deburring it, I should think, as well. Yeah, what
God,
the kit's like.
You just snap,
Mm.
break. Doing a good
Nice.
job with that.
Very nice job. Good
That's
job.
pretty delicate kit.
We got one of the Hueys from Krista. Oh, look, rockets. Seatbelts added for the rear. Oh, is that for harness buckles? It is. Look at that.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Proper modelling.
Absolutely. Okay. And the other one, this is the Huey Hog. And there you go. Nice bit of dry brushing. Bit of work with the engine. Various parts.
That the monogram one?
Yeah. See, again, the detail on the engine's absolutely lovely.
Yeah. If you really think you could put a bit of wiring and...
Oh, well done. What have I done here? We seem to be jumping. Sorry, I
finish that.
I don't know where that's even come from. Hold on. What's gone on? Sorry, everyone. I've just jumped ship somewhere. Okay, where are we? We were Huey Hog. Okay, Bandai ST. Bit of reference and research. What is that bit?
Where were they made?
Hey?
Where were they made?
I have no idea.
What planet?
Just pass.
Oh, I thought you were a proper
Oh,
Star
not that
Wars
much of a
nerd.
geek. No, not that far. Nice work on the interior.
Do you know, I watched Solo for the first time the other day.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad actually.
For a standalone one, I think it's alright actually. Never mind. We only got a little while, isn't it? Next month we get Obi-Wan.
Yep.
Yep. Are you excited?
Yeah, well, the old Ewan McGregor's alright, isn't he? He's actually quite good. So, right, okay. Parkside models. Hey?
I hope he's got me a bit more of a story plot than Boba Fett.
Yeah, I think Mandalorian was better than Boba Fett.
Mm.
It seemed to have more of a budget.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. What's this? Sorry, carry on.
So anyway, this is James. He's doing a little bit of this is a Parkside Models, so this will be 00 scale. This is a trestle wagon.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
What does the trestle wagon get used for?
Oh, it carries things.
Oh, yeah,
like
logs and things and
windows.
Yeah. It's like auto glass.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, isn't it?
Of the train wheel.
We need to make James our resident rail expert.
Train builder, yeah, that's it.
Because he does a lot.
Somebody's got to do it.
Right, this is the Bulldog from Colin. See? Jesus, proper G-clamps. Nathan, you should have done that.
Yeah, should have done that.
You will go together. Oh, bit of nose weight. Does it need? Oh, I suppose it will need quite a lot of nose weight. Thinking about it.
That needs a lot of nose weight.
Jesus, no wonder's had to cram a lot of that. I was just thinking about it. Yeah, you think everything. There's a lot of weight back there.
And it's got that spindly little front.
Yeah.
Undercarriage leg and wheel. Yeah.
Tiny little legs on it for the gear. Yeah. Spitfire Mark 1A. Richie's doing it. Richard's doing this one. Coming together nicely. Very nice. And SR71.
Oh, yeah.
Look, going together. That's it, a little bit of clean up. Well, it's one piece moulded that, so those what those will be. Actual injection points.
Let's see if we can get some more of them in when they become available again.
Yep. Nice work with the cockpit. And then clamp it all together.
That's a proper weekend build.
Gear up. Could go in flight.
Well, if not, it's going to have a belly landing.
Some of the marking options.
Yeah.
Nice. Looking good. Good progress there. And resin model.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's our...
Oh God, is this Steve with his stuff again? Careful. God, I should pre-look at these first. Oh, got wings.
Who's got wind?
Look, got wings.
Oh, I thought you said got wind.
No wings.
That's just the expression on the face.
Nice.
Yeah, good job on that.
Right, okay, what have we got? Oh, have you added some photos here, John?
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
No, don't.
I must admit, because I've been
No,
on here,
that's fine. So I take it nobody else has probably updated those since then either. That's what I'm just thinking.
No.
Pete is doing Spitfire. Nice Tamiya build. Oh, there we go. There we go. All going in. Nice work in the cockpit.
So, that one or the Edard one, what do you reckon?
I haven't built either, so I can't comment.
Nathan?
What?
Edard Mark 1 or Tamiya Mark 1 Spit?
I've built neither, but I reckon the Tamiya one's going to be less parts. Simpler build, I would have thought. That's the thing with Edard stuff, they have a million parts where Tamiya have one.
True. The other jacks coming together as well from Lee.
What's that, the nap? Oh, the multi-build thread.
Yeah, it's not moved. I don't think any of these have moved now.
Oh, well.
Oh, Hawks coming together. Cockpit done. Huey. There we go. Looking good.
Yeah. Which one's that? Is that same in Nathan's one?
Yeah. Or was that the artillery one?
Or is it the artillery one?
Artillery
one.
12 twin.
It's a 48th one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did the air cobra. Let's just see if there's anything in here.
That's Nathan's.
No.
Excuse me.
I think that's the same as well. No, I think we're all up to date there. Right, so if we just go over to her and we just refresh, see if we've got any more. Don't forget, on Instagram, you can just put up hashtag official Flory models and tag us in. Oh, there we go. Right, if we start on this side, we'll work our way across. So there we go. Very nice. Plymouth GTX 1/24 scale from Revel.
Nice.
Nicey nice.
It's cool, that.
Isn't it?
Yeah, very nice, yeah.
We've got one of the members wearing a very nice top as well, looking very posh and flash in our new merch for the polo shirts. Well done.
There you go, new merch.
New merch, everyone. Nice, and some nice kits behind him. Sort of guess the kits. As well, we've got the Bedford QLB gun tractor.
Oh, is that the big one or the little one?
35th scale, so it's the big one.
All right, it's the IBG one then.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, cool.
Millennium Falcon, Bandai, 72nd. Nice. Very nice. Know it well. When are you going to do yours, Andy?
Yeah.
Do it. You got well into Bandai and that type of stuff. You'll love that one. That one's even better to do.
Yeah, no, it's definitely on my to-do list soonish.
Yes.
Mainly because I've got nowhere to put the bloody box.
To be honest, it's the same size as the box, so you'd be
yeah,
right.
At least it can go in the display cabinet though.
But Chris is doing the 48 scale HK B17, ready for paint. There we go. Very nice. Looks like you've done a nice job on that one. Very good. You will be impressed. She's a very impressive beast when she's all done. Mosquito from Chris. Hi Phil and the team. He's just finished his 48 scale Tamiya, which is a beautiful kit. Considering how old that kit is, it's still an absolute gem, isn't it?
Still best in scale, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And we've got here a beautiful P51. So this is the Airfix 72nd one. That's a great job on that one as well. That's a really nice job. Look at that. To be honest, I first saw that, I thought that was a 32nd or a 48th. So nice job.
Whose kit is it?
That's the Airfix 72nd one.
Blimey.
Nice, isn't it? To be honest, when I first saw that, I clicked onto it, I thought it was the 32nd one. Then I thought, oh, it's 48th. But yeah, good job. Fooled me. and a very nice B25. This is the Mark II Airfix 72nd kit. Very nice indeed. We're back to where we were. So yeah, good job everyone.
Get some more pictures up, Peep.
Yes, get your pics in.
Keep your pics coming in. Go on.
No, sorry, I was just looking at the chat. The FM chat is getting all the attention and not the YouTube one. Well, as I said before, keep posting up because we can't see it because it keeps scrolling away. Let me go back a bit, see where we are. Edinburgh Castle, we spoke about. Air shows we've done. The Vikings established Grimsby. Not sure about the fish and chips though. Is John doing an arrow? No.
Yes.
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 Yes. He is.
His little push me, pull me.
Yeah.
Question, I'm doing the Fokker, I think he means, or he has put cooker, DR1, but I'm pretty sure. Would you prime and do the sky blue under red, or no primer, new to this?
Prime it white?
Yeah, I was going to say, for things like oranges, yellows, reds, things like that, if you prime in white you'll get a better colour, because if you put a dark colour down you've got a long way to bring it back. So yeah, like Matt says, if you prime it in white you won't have a problem.
No.
You won't use half as much
and
paint.
You'll get a vibrantly nice red rather than if you put something dark under it. It takes a lot of covering, and to be honest you get probably a lot duller, desaturated red.
Yes.
Where's Nathan's Fokker?
My Fokker is very well packed away.
His little Fokker.
So that not be making it
Nicholas says, what is the company that does the best set of variants for the Harrier family in 72nd, GR1 and 3? The Sea Harrier in the second generation. Airfix. Shall I show him yours, John?
Yeah.
I've got John's here, and I can show you. Well, no, I can't show you mine because I think it's gone then. But...
Nathan's got a lot of Harriers, haven't you?
The 72 your Airfix all the way.
72nd scale Airfix kits. So I've got them over there. Hold on. I have got them all here.
They're re-releasing their 7/9 this year, I think.
So this is the one I've got here. This is John's 3 version, which he did. Very nice indeed. Which hooks up to our VC10 for our in-flight diorama, which we've never put together yet, but hey ho. So, but yeah, but I've built the FA2 Harrier as well, and that's a great kit. Really is very, very nice. So highly, highly recommended for those. So yes, for once, we don't say it very often, but Airfix are the best for that particular one. To be honest, Airfix are really good for anything sort of British, aren't they? You know, as I say, hunters, families, things like that. You know, very, very nice. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. It is. Hello, England. Hello. Best way to clean up mold seams on landing gear that has those ribby air rubber boots.
Oh, I know what you mean. Moulded in like the rubber scraping tool.
Yes. Yeah. Matt's shank is probably the better one because he's got a very show us your shank.
Hold on. I showed it earlier, but hold on, right cam.
It's been showing his shank a lot today.
He has. He's had his shank out all the time. Show it against your hand. That's it, because we can see the on the light. Then there you go.
There you go.
It's a proper pointy, sharp one, so it gets right in amongst it.
It does. So look, there you go. If you've got a and just scrape it along, and it will deburr it all. There's other versions of this. I just quite like this sharp, pointy one. But there's, I think Phil, I ain't got them here. Phil must.
Yeah, I've got mine there. Yeah.
Phil will show you. But yeah, the very useful tool for the price as well. They're really pretty cheap, just to have in your toolbox. But yeah, that's a 76, is it?
Yeah. Which I use all the time. And to be honest, like we said before, you don't just use the pointy end. I use right back here and just use the edges.
Yeah.
You know, for doing anything. So if you were running down and you had a little bit of burring down in here, you can actually just use the back of it and you get the little swaths come off, which clean them off. You know, there is other options out there. I know this thing, which is lethal.
I also, wherever it is, I use these quite a bit as well. For deburring.
Yeah.
These short sort of blades, I've got two versions. I've got quite a big one and a little one. Same sort of thing, I use them a lot as well.
Yeah.
But mainly actually just the scraping tools.
Yeah, scraping, as I said, like one of the members pointed out earlier, I have done a standalone tutorial on how to do it. Once you use it, it's like, why haven't you done it before? Because you can actually, if you've got a difference in step, fuselage halves, and you put them together, you can actually scrape clean the other one down pretty much flush, and it makes zero damage to anywhere else. So where you come in, like I've just done it all on here, it's like sanding and filling and stuff. You destroy all the detail that's around it, but you can get in there and just scrape clean very small little areas, and that's the great thing to it.
It should stop like planing, innit?
Yeah, but that's really what you're doing, I suppose. At the end of the day, you're just planing off layers, and also you can take your time and just work your way gently down to where you're happy, instead of just like scraping through and seeing what you've done afterwards. With each pass, you can physically see what you're doing, but if you've got a sander over it, it's not as effective to do it. So yeah, scrape cleaning, it's definitely the future. Adam says, quick question for Phil and the team. How about a group up for members at Duxford Air Museum? We can get great reference photos and a meal afterwards. Well, that's what we did a few years ago. It's probably like 10 years ago now. But we all went to Duxford, met up in the car park out the front, had a great day all round there together. Then we all went for an Indian afterwards.
I think we discussed it, didn't we, about having members meets and at museums. You've got to think the logistics of it is where we all live as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know, I'm up here in Donner. You're Pira down
the southwest,
back and beyond in the southwest, aren't you?
Yes.
Nathan's the northwest. And Andy's just stuck in the middle. But so really, yeah, I was thinking of museums where it's kind of doable to do either in a day at least, because otherwise, you know, you cost of travel and overnights and stuff, it's that sort of thing, isn't it? But it's definitely something on the agenda, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We've said about maybe we'll do sort of 4 a year, and we'll try and do them different locations so everyone was in, you know, shout of doing it. But yeah, it's definitely something, because obviously before we had COVID, no one was going anywhere and couldn't get in anywhere anyway. No. And the world's changed for some of the other things we used to do, like getting the military access. I think that's pretty much stopped. Unless you are in the military and do want to invite 25 members round for a fun day playing with heavy metal and equipment, we would love to do it. But most times these days, the guys I used to do it with and that have said that it's just this day, you know, it's health and safety and that. And obviously operational commitments. So that's all come to an end, unfortunately.
Four locations, all in the Midlands.
That's it. We're covering all the corners. So I have one at John O'Groats, one at Land's End, one in Dover, and one in Blackpool.
Blackpool. Hey, can we go to the Lake District?
We go a nice one in the Lake District. Yes.
Ooh, guess what? I've put the doors on my helicopter, and now it's back to normal.
Oh, well,
like the sliding side doors.
It sorted itself out. But if you have your side doors open?
Well, it will obviously go bid down, won't it? Come on. Pretty obvious, isn't it?
And I've got the other option. I haven't got any glasswork in mine yet, so I'm hoping with the glasswork as well, it'll pull it forward even more. Because obviously my glasswork goes in afterwards.
The glasswork will tip it over the edge.
Tell you what, the clear parts on mine, the fit is shocking.
Is it? Is that it's Achilles heel?
Yeah, it's just awful.
Is it bad?
Yeah. It's just shit. I was thinking I could paint it first, then drop the clear parts in at the end, but...
Well, there is, Neil. There's a place that suits me, Donnier Museum.
Could do a meet in Donnier Museum.
Even stretch the Yorkshire Museum.
Yeah. I reckon my thing is to Cosford again.
Yes.
I'd like to go back to... Not Cosford, sorry, the other one. Duxford. Would be good. I think that would be a nice... but Cosford's a good one as well, isn't it? Plus as well, Cosford's free.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad shout, is it?
Yes.
But probably Duxford for me. I think that's really good. I was going to ask you actually, Nate, while we're on about it. Have you been to the Imperial War Museum at Manchester?
There's nothing much there.
Is it not? Nothing.
Yeah.
I know. Not thingy. Just but Leslie said she wanted to go and see the war rooms. And in London, Churchill's war rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
IWM North there's not, in terms of like exhibits like aircraft or tanks, there's nothing much there. There's lots of cabinets that tell the story of all wars. So lots of like little bits of badges and stuff like that.
What's the one we went to? You took me to was the Yorkshire Armoury, whatever it was.
Oh, Leeds Armoury.
Yeah. Leeds Armoury, that was all right.
Yeah, it was. I forgot about that actually. Yeah, Leeds Armoury's all right, isn't it? For a jolly round for a bit.
Yeah.
I presume we've got to think of like if it's going to be a members' meet of what they're interested in, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I'm sure we can find like some obscure museums that we can go to.
Yes.
What about Silverstone? They've got a museum.
Yes, they do. Got the new one.
Yeah, Royal Armouries in Leeds. I haven't been there for a good few years. That was all right actually. That was a good.
Well, Brooklands.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pain in the arse to get to though, isn't it?
I can highly recommend a very nice Premier Inn because it's the one that we stay in when we do Brooklands. So just down the
Actually,
way.
I'll take that back. It's Bewley I'm thinking of, not Brooklands.
Yeah.
Bewley's good though.
At Woking.
Yeah, Bewley is good, but like you say,
it's a bit like the Tank Museum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bloody pain to get to, but yeah. Yeah, we'll think of something. We'll come up with a plan, but Duxford probably, we'll have a vote. We'll have a team vote.
A team vote.
Yeah.
Team vote, and Matt will decide where we have one.
Basically, that's how it works.
Is Hendon still the same, where it's free to get in but it costs you a fortune to park it?
Yeah. It's not.
Like 10 quid to park, but it's free to get in. Like, eh?
Be easy for me to go on train.
It's not too bad. I drove to Hendon about a year ago.
I must admit, I've been to Hendon for a long time. I haven't been up there for probably 10 years now.
Oh, it's £4.
Oh,
I mean, that's cheap for London.
It is, isn't it?
There's a parking meter broke.
Can jump on the tube to London for tea.
Tea and medals, hey.
Tea and medals.
A good place in Basildon to meet is called Cats. Is that a pub or a restaurant?
A pub? Yeah. Because obviously it will need a good place for doing food afterwards.
to get people in.
Right, quick question here from Stephen. He says, are any of you guys familiar with a company called Fantastic Plastic? All resin kits. Well, they're not plastic then, are they? Just
somewhat ironically named then.
It is an ironically named, isn't it?
Yeah, that's...
some really exotic concept models as well as sci-fi kits. And hello from France. I must admit, name rings a bell, but yeah,
I
can't think of them off the top of my head.
Was it them I was looking at the other day? I saw there was a model of the Liberator from Blake 7.
Oh, right.
I think that was Fantastic Plastic, but it was resin.
Do you think there's irony there somewhere?
Yeah, someone's got a sense of humour when they name that.
Have you got any glass in there yet?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I've done the main windscreen, the bit underneath where the feet are.
Yeah.
Doors, nothing fits.
I've just thought what mine's lacking. Pedals.
Mine's not got pedals.
Has yours got pedals, Phil? No.
Nope.
You're not scratch building any pedals?
No, you won't.
Quite a prominent feature on a U with pedals, aren't they? Seeing that you can see through the floor.
Yeah, but you could do it as a Vietnam version, and they used to put flak jackets in those windows so you didn't get shot through them.
Well, that's probably a good idea, actually. Really.
That was a standard fit that they used to do, is take your flat jacket, put it where your feet, because otherwise everything used to come up through the windows. Apparently High Altitude Hobbies has got the sale is now up and running. So there you go. If you're in the US, you can go off and grab it from them. But it says, but they don't have any of the starter packs. I can tell you now, I haven't had the starter packs for over a year now, and they are not going to be coming back. It's physically not viable for us to do them anymore because the price of Sanders has just gone through the roof. So we won't. If any of the companies, stockists and that have got them, that will be the last of them.
Take them off your site.
Yes. Because I have said that, you know, as you say, the price of Sanders has just gone absolutely mental over the last 2 years. So, yes, it was the Liberator. So there you go, John. You were right.
Yeah. Your F-15's a really good kit, isn't it, Phil?
I must admit, I think it's absolutely great kit. Neil says he's about to start the Great Wall Hobbies F-15E to build along. Realising you are further along in the video, how's the kit so far? To be honest, I'm not. You're bang up to date. I have literally, shameless plug in a minute, hold on. But we have the nose. I've got the nose section is all done. That's as far as I've got with it, which is what you saw on Friday. Because as I say, I've been busy with merch all week and washes, so I haven't actually got much build time. But I will be cracking on with it next week. So yes. Matt, do you want to talk to about that? Want to mention
Which bit?
This bit.
Ah, yes. Put your overhead on, please.
Well, you might be better that way.
So, as the we had an offer on for the members for the Sky Raider and A6E for a decent price, which are going to be ordered next week. So, if you're still thinking of getting one, put your name down quick, because literally when we're back at work, the order's going in. But we can get those as well.
Yes.
That version. We're going to put another sort of pre-order up. So if anybody's interested in the old Delphin.
And for people wondering, because it was actually, I haven't got this one out. If everyone remembers, I PVA glued this little guy down in here. So this window, this bottom window is actually PVA glue. That's why it's a little bit more foggy than this one. So, because this particular version of the kit I did didn't have a clear window on this side, so I cut it out and I made it out of PVA glue. And that was 5 years ago, and I'm thinking that's holding up really well considering it's PVA glue.
I'll tell you what, I reckon that's longer than 5 years old.
It might be actually more than 5 years old now.
I think it is. I think that's a lot older than 5 year old, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, so if anybody's interested, what we'll do is put pre-order up with the price to get them a decent price as well. So,
yes.
I fancy doing the other version, the proper Dolphin version, I suppose.
Yeah.
I do fancy doing that kit. Again, it's an helicopter in it. Quite like my helicopters, so yes. I know they can be quite bit niche, can't the helicopters, but still. Especially I
still think that's one of the prettiest ones, especially in those. I do like those markings.
We nearly
caught it. It's all right.
It had good reactions.
Like a ninja.
You were, yeah. Yeah, nearly live on TV. But again, for the size as well, I know it's 35 scale, but it's actually quite a decent, not too big.
No. I'd say the biggest problem you always have with helicopters is the rotors, and that's why all of mine do that. So I have this on display and I have my rotors like that. It's in the cabinet and I have my rotors behind it.
There you go, Darren will have one. Sold one already. Darren will have one. And get his name down on the list.
I'll put it up on the forum in a bit, and then you can shoot your name down.
Yeah, Darren, we'll put it up on the usual PM bit and just whack your name down in so we know what there is. Orange, that's International Orange, isn't it? Or Rescue Orange or something. What orange is it?
Yeah, I can't remember what the proper name for it is now.
International Orange.
Yeah. So that one there is Model Masters. So I did mine in acrylic. No, that's enamels, I think. One of them I did in enamel. Steve did in acrylic. I can't remember which way round we did it, but
I think you do it anyway, Attacker.
But Attacker do it. But in the day, we couldn't find anyone that did it. It was only Model Master who did it.
Yeah, Attacker do it. I think MRP do one. I don't know if Real Colour do one. They do a... I don't think they do International Orange. They do that Luminous one. Something, I think. I can't remember, but we do sell it. It's pretty similar, I think. So it's yeah, you can get that colour, but I presume, was there any other versions of that in the box? Weren't there? You weren't just the orange one.
It was never the orange one that I did. If you remember, I had a normal version. That's why I think the door was wrong. So I had to convert it into that version because we wanted to do it. If I remember rightly, we couldn't only... Steve had the orange version, the rescue one. I had a different version, had to convert it. But you do get a few different versions in the box. But the problem I had was that it didn't have the door, so I had to cut the door off, or the part with the window, because it was solid. And then obviously, originally I tried a little bit of acetate in there, but because it's a curve, it was a nightmare. So I ended up PVA gluing it. So it's the biggest window I've ever PVA glued.
You could have painted it a different colour and just stuck it on like I said, a replacement.
Yes, could have done. Yeah.
Like on a tranny van.
Yeah. I don't think Coast Guard ones have it like that, though.
Yeah, but it's your model.
Well, this is true. Peter says, is there any variety of the Flory sanders that works best with Bandai plastic? Some sanders are too aggressive and leave deep gorges in the plastic. Don't forget, don't push as hard. A lot of people push sanders. Sander does all the work. You should never be pushing them, otherwise you'll gouge and not sand. So you just do it lightly. But again, you know, obviously we do everything from like equivalent to 100 grit to 4,000. So anything in between. Anything with green is fine. I would highly recommend anything with the blue core. So the blue core ones, it's basically fine on one side, a little bit coarser on the other. So, or like any blue sponges and anything that's got blue on it will be the mediums out of them all. Apparently the resin is still considered to be a plastic in general terms. It's the thermosetting plastic as opposed to thermoplastic plastic.
Setting.
Okay. I trained as a research chemist. That's well over my pay grade.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Pass.
Darren's asked about your flying boat.
Yes, yeah, we're still doing that on other shows. So, as I say, we're sort of doing these little fun ones at the moment, but we will be back soon with it. It's here. Literally, it's here. Hold on, I'll fly it in. It's all glued together. So what this one's really is in sanding, filling and doing all the stuff. So I might do a bit of that off camera because otherwise I'll be on it forever. But no, it's coming along very nicely. So did I put nose weight in this and I feel heavy? Don't think I did, but perhaps I did. It's been that while, I can't remember now.
He's just answered it, Peter, ain't you?
What's
He's
that?
just put thing up. Are you going to continue with the CL215?
Yes, yeah. It's obviously only because this is a fun day build, one day build, so I was just going to put this thing together and then obviously we'll finish it off on later shows during the week, shall we say. So I'll be still finishing this on Thursday night next week.
You reckon?
Yes, I will be.
I'm missing a clear part. Bugger.
He dropped it or is it missing?
Don't know.
No,
Don't remember seeing it ping up.
You got to get the PVA out.
Is he lost the glass window?
Which bit is it, Nave?
It's the one of the other ones that are sprayed green.
Oh, the top ones?
Yeah.
Oh god, they're a thingy shape as well, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. My crystal clear is really thick.
Is it?
Neil, do you mean the big buffers, these ones, the big heavy duty ones, or do you mean the smaller ones? Because there's two in a pack of these, the big ones.
I'd put 3.
So I'd like to see you get 3 in a bag.
Hey, I meant to, but I put 3.
Oh, these are sods to get in the bag, so the worst one you can possibly do packaging because you put them in and you literally, yeah.
God, I've still got one of them things. Like that one.
Yeah.
Proper then.
Yeah.
Proper buffer.
Oh, that's all right. We've got sheet lead in the front. That explains why it's heavy.
What's that?
That's right, because I was saying about it feels very heavy, but as everyone's pointed out, it's okay. I'll put sheet lead in the front.
Matt?
No.
Can you just mute yourself and let me call you?
Oh, God, yeah.
What have you done?
I don't know. This sounds bad. You'll lip read me. Turn your camera off.
That's all right. I'll put it on me. Whilst they have a Oh, look, you got John instead. Look. It's all right. You can have me. Tell me when you're free again, and I'll put it across. Right. Okay. Lead sheet. About getting lead sheet. Well, mine came off my roof. Legitimately, it was my roof, not someone else's. But if you know somebody who knows somebody who does roof work, just ask them for old lead offcuts. They have tons and tons of them, and I know they bag them up and then take them off and get the cash back on it. But I'm sure if you bung them a couple of quid, they'll let you have them. That's the easiest way. But you can use obviously fishing weights, car weights. I know people use as well. You can get those tiny little, what was it, ballast weights for divers use. You can buy it by the kilo, can't you? I think that's what you use in it, Nath.
I use the stuff that stained glass window things. They're like H section, but you can flatten them out.
Yeah.
So you can go to the art shop and you're buying a big roll. It looks like it's just rolled up, and you just flatten it because you can literally hammer it into a flat sheet. Then.
Right. Fair enough.
That's relatively easy to get your hands on. So yeah, do that. Yes, I'll tell you what, when this model goes on display, it's at the back of the display. These clear parts are shocking. Absolutely.
Well, mine all go in from the outside. I'm just hoping they do.
Mine are going in from the outside, but they're just really crap fit.
So otherwise I will be making them out of PVA, or it'll be wearing a tarp.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It doesn't help when you've lost one.
The problem is when they go in from the outside, it's if they go straight through to the inside.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. You push, especially if it's the last one in. Luckily, I've got big doors, and I'm hopeful it'll fall through to the back.
Yeah, this fun build's not very much fun anymore.
Well, it's all right. You've only got an hour left, so.
Hello.
Yes, are you back? Are you?
We're back.
Is he pregnant then?
It's not mine.
I do like the CL215 kit despite the fit issues. Well, I tell you what, I honestly say I'm doing which I think is the only version out there, is the Hella one. Wasn't Ravel's one the Hella one anyway?
Yeah, it's all the same kit.
It's all the same kit, and I must admit, I have sung its praise. I built that on a live show, a couple of ones back we did it, and I haven't had a fit issue. I've actually said how well it goes together. So I don't know, perhaps I just lucked out on one. But yeah, the Rebel one is, I think they're all Hella. It's other brandings of it. So yeah, but so far so good.
Don't forget your nose weight.
Yes.
I'm talking to John.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
So I can put it in the front spinner.
You need a lot in that.
I got plenty of access in the front, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's one of the things of buying off eBay, I suppose. But the weight that comes with it wasn't in it.
They did that with a few kits, Tammy, didn't they? Because I think the Yoo-Hoo had a nose weight front, or had was it the cockpit that was metal cast?
Yeah, and wasn't it their 262? The front wheel well or something, that was metal cast to give you the nose weight.
You'd think like companies, for what it costs, it can't be that much, is it, to make the shaped sort of weight just to keep, for a nose weight.
Because on the Lightning, that P38, their newish kit, That's got a couple of little areas, and you get the ball bearings with it, don't you? And then they go into that like a cup for it that all go in.
You do.
Yeah, the little Salamander 162. That's got a ball bearing.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Trapped between like 4 pins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah, obviously lead shot from fishing weights. Yeah, absolutely. And aquarium weights as well is another one. But say, I know the guys on chat were saying about liquid gravity. I've never used that. I must admit.
Some of that.
Did somebody drop that all over the floor?
Yeah, that was it. One of the members dropped it all over the floor the other day.
Good stuff.
Try and get that out of your carpet.
Well, that's it.
It's just tiny little lead shot.
Is it PVA glue in it then?
No, it's just literally just balls.
It's just balls. Oh right.
Yeah.
So that's getting
It's glue
straight.
itself.
I thought it was actually it was in amongst PVA glue, then you squirted it out like it. I didn't realise it literally was just about a shot of balls.
No.
I think it's because it's just that small, isn't it, that you can actually pour it in things like a liquid.
Yeah. I assume by the name I thought it was tiny lead shot in like a PVA glue. Oh.
I mean, it's just that diving shot, isn't it? But instead of buying it for a couple of quid for a kilo, you're paying.
James says that the Meteor as well kit come with a cast weight for the front end.
And the F-16.
Did it? I know it does in 32nd.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Richard just said, yeah, the Tamiya 32nd kit comes with it. I don't think the 48th one does, but I don't think it needs it. I think the reason that they did it on the F-16 is because it's on the 32nd kit, you get the engine. And if you put the engine in, it makes it quite heavy, the full engine.
Right. Because they can't sell lead nowadays anyway, can you? It's got to be a substitute.
Got to be dolphin friendly.
Got to be dolphin friendly. And people friendly.
I got loads left, like Phil said, from doing our roof. I've got enough to last a lifetime.
And the neighbours.
Yeah. There's your thingy of lead roofing, Phil.
I don't know where the big bit is now. I've had a tidy up the other day. I've got a load of little offcuts which I keep in here. My little bits of it everywhere, somewhere, or in here.
That's the thing, maybe we ought to cut it into weight and then flog it off for an extortionate amount of money.
Back it, flog it.
So that giant sheet I had, I put it somewhere. It lived until I had my clean out the other day. I had it there, that big sheet, but it's gone now. So I've obviously put it in a drawer or something.
Hey, I'll tell you what, we'll do it with a copper cable as well.
Yeah, that's it. And pipe, soft copper pipe.
Hey, talking of copper cabling, literally where the mother-in-law lives, had no phone for over a week because they'd nicked the copper for the whole village. And they took the completely. So that means like people's, because there's businesses around there.
All
no
the internet.
payment,
Yeah.
No internet, no phone lines, and literally nicked the copper cabling or whatever. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh.
It's up.
It's up, Phil, for pre-order.
What is?
The dolphin
the helicopter.
On the Flory site. So yeah, we've got the price up as well. So if you want one still, Darren or anybody else, whip in, get your name down. We'll get them. Well, thingy, I'll order them on Tuesday. If anybody's interested.
Fair enough. Where are we?
In between lots of packing.
Yeah, that's a note. Just obviously no orders from the weekend will go out till Tuesday because.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
You need to pin it, Andy. It's not pinned.
Pardon?
It's not pinned. Pin it because I can't find it. I've just found it the other way. Here you go. It's up. It's that one.
There you go. That one.
There you go. So £55. Bargain.
Pinned.
Charles.
Pinned. See anybody want one?
As I say, I must admit, in all honesty, I did have a bit of trouble with my nose going on. So I did use a bit of 5-minute epoxy resin and a belt sander. But it may be because I had to fudge my kit because I didn't have that version of the kit. I had a different version and I had to convert it a bit. So it may be that the other ones have a better nose than mine did.
Can Can we book Phil on a salesman's course?
Yeah.
That's because I don't do the hard sell.
You're supposed to point out the good bits.
Yeah, this is it. It's great.
Would you like to see how far I've got my Lancaster front end?
Go on then.
Hold on then, let me get it. Stay on there. No, I ain't got it yet. It's in the thing. Go back.
All right, go on. Go.
Give you a shout.
What's those online teaching courses that you can sign up for? And
Right.
There you go, look.
Ooh. At least it's all
That's
painted.
is that the right copy, Green?
Shut up. Yeah, it's XF71.
Is that the new XF71 or the old XF71?
I don't know which version it is.
That's right. I think that's right, the way you've done it with the black with the green. It's up to that window, isn't it? And that's how it looks on all the ones I've seen.
And then
Back in a minute.
Oh.
there's look, hey, up, comfort break.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll tell you what I've rediscovered on this build. Dry brushing.
Yeah. Well, it's got a nice ribbon effect all round it, so you can really bring out the detail.
And there's the other half, look. Especially with the radio gear and that, so it comes out all right. That's not stuck on yet, so I've not finished it. But I think that's the Yahoo panel.
Yeah, nice.
It does add a bit to it, and then I've obviously got the other bits of radio gear. Oh, the seat. I hadn't put the seat belts on yet. I left them from in work. There's the seat.
Very nice.
That looks like. Do you know what I didn't realise? I'd stuck them on wrong. I'm like, seat don't fit. Can't get it in the gap. I'm like, why is that? Look at the instructions. I stuck them sticking out for some reason instead of down. So luckily the glue worked very strong that I put them on with, so I managed to get them off and reposition them. But so that was a lucky escape, because that could have been a mess. What else have I got? I think. Oh yeah, the turret and all the other bits, but that's just sort of painted black and.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to detail paint it. Not that you can see a lot of it. So I've got all the thingy panel to add.
Yeah.
And a bit of photo etch.
Engineer's panel.
Engineer's panel with the relays or whatever else it's got. So, tell you what, it's all right. This is going to be more, because I was quite a way into it. I'm going to. I've not filmed too much. I'm going to kind of vlog it.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the interesting bits, I will whack the camera on. But it's going to be more of a vloggy build, because I've already kind of built it before I'd started, if you know what I mean. And I filmed it off the old webcam, and I don't know where the footage is either, and I don't think it'd be very good. So, but anyway, tell you what, because we're on about 30-second lengths, weren't we?
I was saying, I have the old footage.
This is just ideal because it's not big at all. It's just a nice size. It's, you know, all that will be toned down with weathering anyway. I'm going to use weathering pencils, which I will probably film and show. Yeah. So the chipping was just like hairspray basically, but I'm going to probably go over it again. It's a bit strong in places. But once the weathering's in, it will tie it all together, give it some washers and, you know, all that. But I don't know, to be honest, when it's buttoned up, you don't actually see too much in the back anyway. But yeah, nice little kit. And it does all fit together, like I say, but you have to clean off what you've painted because the tolerances are very tight.
Yeah.
The only thing I've done, I've seen it, but now I'm going to have to paint that because it looks odd.
Yes.
That panel, once it's in there, it just looks like a green panel. Now, obviously, you're missing that bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if to just go over it with a, because it's only NATO black, and just paint it back NATO black. Don't know. So that's got that panel there.
Yeah,
that goes
it's got
there,
the engineer's panel there. Yeah.
But yeah, gonna give it a wash on the ribs and just for effect. Not that you're probably ever going to see it again, but
looking nice.
Probably use your grind wash, I think.
Yeah. No, it looks nice. That must admit, it's the ideal size.
It's enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got the detail, I suppose, of all the front end. So we're the business end of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I painted it off. There's a bit of it as well while we're on the video gear, because all that get that on that set.
Yeah.
I've just unpainted the other little bits in the dials and stuff, but yeah, so not bad. So there you go. That's where that's at anyway.
Nice.
Thanks.
Cool. To answer, was it Neil's question? I just saw it somewhere. Richard, am I planning on doing the F-15C later this year? Yes. Yeah, still down in there to do. And to be honest, I'm slightly with you because I want to do the midlife upgrade kit for it as well. Also, what I'd like to do is fit, I would say they're not here anymore because they're being replaced, but the last cockpit it had with the big iPad into there as well. But I don't know. We'll see if something comes out being able to do it between now and then. But I did have a look round for the midlife upgrade set for it. And again, Wolfpack don't seem to have any at the moment. So yes. And then Richard's also doing the Great Wall Hobbies F-15E converted into an EX. So
all right.
are you going to cover it in weapons then? Have it literally as a bomb truck. So yes. Sorry, lots of cars out the front. There was another question here I saw, but I think I've lost it. Oh, Adrian says, Phil, the shirts have just come. They're also good. I've bought another one because of Easter. Very good. Where are we? Moving around.
Dog barking.
I was going to say, it's not here. It's not our dog.
It's out there. It'll go in a second. It's going past.
You got your garage door up?
Yeah, it's warm out.
You're cooking in there on this afternoon.
It's a gorgeous day today.
Okay, can someone explain why is it that model kit companies discontinue popular kits? It's a very good question and one we've asked Airfix many times.
What's that, sorry? Say again.
Why do companies discontinue popular kits?
It's just to keep the catalog, to keep the catalogue at a set number of kits. But yeah, it is like say the Lancasters and Spitfires and the why they're not
sometimes it's
in the catalogue
to protect the tooling as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, they do runs, don't they? Of like the number of kits they'll have, like I don't know, 10,000 done, probably not even 10,000, and then they go on to another. They can't keep churning out the same kit. Off the same plant.
Yeah, it's called production runs. So what happens is that they'll do the first production run, then that tooling, like John says, gets semi-retired and stored very carefully because it's very precious. But normally the tooling only has a life cycle of X amount, and like we've seen, certain manufacturers use a higher quality billet, the actual steel that makes up these molds, and you'll get a lot more out of it than others do. But basically the factory gets set up and produces, I don't know, like 3,000, 5,000 of these kits come out, or it may be a full one where they do 20,000 and then sit on them for a long time. So it also depends on which company, the way they do it. But obviously they're not continuously producing the kit all the time. They might produce it once every 5 years. So, but also depends on how much they've got sat at the warehouse, in a distribution centre, obviously with stockists at the end of the day. But some companies like Tamiya tend to keep theirs always going, isn't it? That's the thing. They can probably sit on a lot of stock.
I think you've got to think as well, like with Airfix, their tooling is done one place, the manufacturer's done somewhere else, and then it's got to ship. The one with Tamiya and obviously Bandai, and they're all done in Japan, aren't they?
Yeah.
So logistics as well, it's probably they can do a run of stuff a lot quicker than say Airfix would have to book in to say, right, can we do a run of X, whatever kit it is? And I bet they've got to really plan like 2 years ahead or whatever it is because obviously that's why the Civics are missed, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was planned for 2021.
Yeah.
COVID hit, obviously everything went through the window and we've never seen it. So the production slot for that, I presume they missed or...
They missed it, yeah.
Yeah, so hence why that never appeared.
We also know that if they sell the kits to another company, they tend to then stop their sales, don't they? While the kit goes to the other company for a while, and then come back onto it. So
I think though, like with Tamiya, like Edard, they do their kind of their own tooling and own production. I think them companies, that's the ones that tend to stay in their catalogue.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, logistic wise, they can do it. It's cheaper, isn't it? We can,
Tamiya do, but then they produce their own
Yeah, I'm saying I think the ones where they have to outsource it are the ones like that have to rotate the kits over a certain certain amount of years.
But yeah, cheers, Clive. If you can send me that, that would be fantastic. I will get in touch. Johnny comes up with a question. Funny enough, it's a question that I was asked yesterday. And he's saying about, Matt, has there been a rise in interest in Russian armoured vehicles, mainly 1/35 scale recently?
No, there's been a massive drop.
Yeah, and I can say that as well.
Massive rise in Ukrainian tractors. Yeah,
Ukrainian tractors through the roof. But no, I can say that as well, because somebody, I must admit, I was talking to a gentleman, was it yesterday? Yeah, it would have been Friday. And he said about with Russian gear and flankers and Sukhoi 25s and that. And I think the biggest thing is to put it into context. Zvezda released their Su-25, what, 3 weeks ago now? And no one's even mentioned it. No. Not a single one's mentioned it, and it's that thing that it's just, not that we can get them anyway, but it's one of those ones. It's just gone very, very quiet because people, I think, are just slightly turning away from it.
Yeah, I timed this build really well, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I finished it, and I've not put the pictures up because it's just like, oh bloody hell, flipping Russian flag on the side and everything, and it's just like,
quick, repaint it in digital and then put Ukrainian markings on it.
Yeah, so I'm like, I finished this, I would say, a couple of days before it all kicked off.
Yeah, you did, because you did that for Flashpoint, didn't you?
I did, and then I ended up sort of just, right, I'll shelve that one and built something completely different instead.
Oops, sorry.
It just handle off it, so I ended up doing the Indian Tempest instead. Just, the Russian stuff makes you feel a bit like,
Yeah. No, we haven't, basically.
Yeah,
no.
I need to handle back on.
No.
Again, I think it's just one of those ones where, let's face it, you got Zvezda's a Russian company, as pointed out to us, and I've had lots of emails about it. I know Matt has as well and stuff about, because obviously we sell Zvezda and everything else like that. And again, we're not party to what goes on in the world, and I think obviously people are just not shunning it, but it's just a little bit too close to home at the moment. So I think people have got, for various reasons, not wanting to build or buy sort of Russian things at the moment. But as I say, I think it will pass in time, and it's a little bit too raw at the moment, shall we say?
A little bit too fresh, isn't it?
Again, like we've often said, and I've had people. Well, I had one gentleman saying about, will I be deleting and taking off all my Zvezda builds? Well, no, because it's not Zvezda's as a company's fault. And I know, before everyone says that the taxes that Zvezda pay does go to the Kremlin and all that, I appreciate all of that, but I don't think it's any reason to sort of now destroy all my Russian aircraft and Russian armour and take down my video builds, as much as we won't strip off everything that we've got at PM stuff. We're not buying any in at the moment, that's for certain, but
I don't think there's any need to cancel it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Wipe out stuff? All this sort of Tchaikovsky and all that sort of stuff.
Definitely.
It brings Russian culture. That's what's going on at the moment.
Sorry, you can apply it to anything in our hobby, innit? Every war's got an aggressor.
Yeah, yes, it does.
You say, right, I'm not selling that, or I'm not building that because they were an aggressor in that war.
Exactly. I mean, you're building a Luftwaffe.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
I imagine the same thing must have happened for Argentinian subjects in the Falklands. It just sort of like, you're not going to be building Argentinian A4s at the time, are you?
No.
Or equally, Argentinians building Sea Harriers.
No. But like Richard just put down in here, he's got 3 Russian kits. He just doesn't want to build them. It doesn't feel right, and that's totally acceptable to me. I wouldn't probably build anything Russian at the moment, if I'm being honest.
And that's the thing with BTR thing. I just thought I'll just put it away. I'll not do the final reveal.
It doesn't mean that I would get rid of them all. I'm certainly not taking down the Russian builds I've done, because I've just done 2 Russian things pretty much. I did the Ural truck with the ZSU-23 on the back, and I did the Tula submarine recently. But again, it's one of those ones where, you know, it's just a little bit raw at the moment. You just put them off to one side, but I'm sure we will be building the stuff. As I say, you can't blame a culture for one person, shall we say, or the hierarchy.
No, I said at the time, it's not going to change my opinion of Russians.
No.
And Russian culture and products. It's just got to let this thing work its way through, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to less political conversation. Anyone got a rough estimate on how long AK's been with SLT now? Is this AK real colour? Christopher, can you give us a bit more? I presume it is. First use and don't want to ruin the model to dry. Takes to dry. First use and don't want to ruin model. So I presume it is real colour. Because it struggled with Gen 3.
Yeah.
Quick. Yes, gloss coat is put.
Gloss coat. So
if you really want to be safe, give it like 24 hours, but
yes.
It's pretty, you know.
Again, real colours with lacquer thinners, like rapid drying thinners. If you're using their normal paints, not like a full gloss, then they're totally workable within 5 minutes. You know, and all the rest of it, and you're probably good to go with an overcoat in 10-15 minutes with rapid drying thinners. But if you're doing a gloss, you would at least leave it 24 hours, purely because you're going to get that eggshell effect. You know, definitely. But that's the same for any gloss, isn't it? Even if it's Tamiya's or whoever's, you know, you really want to give them a nice good time to totally dry off.
Tell you what, Carl, if you want to build it, build it. So yeah, build it.
Yes. And that is the thing. If you want to build a particular kit, you know, go for your life.
I don't think anyone's going to be upset by Argentinian subjects now. Water under the bridge, that's literally what it is, isn't it?
It's time to move on.
In some ways, I would possibly find it harder to build an Argentinian subject. I mean, I was 15 at the time, and my uncle lived on the Falklands, still does, you know, at the time. So to me, it was like a bit more personal. And I'd probably find it harder now to still build that one of those subjects than it would be to build a Russian subject. Yeah, it just, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to build a Picara, but don't know.
Yeah, true.
But again, it's personal to each and everybody's own taste, and that's what we've often said. There's no right or wrong to any of this, you know, from a modelling point of view. You know, if you want to build it, you build it. Some other people might think, no, it's not for me. So, you know, and again, that's the wonderful thing about the hobby. You'll build what you like.
What green are we using for our Hueys?
I haven't decided what markings I'm putting mine in yet. I might go for an Air America look. Do it in silver.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Oh, God,
I am doing a Luftwaffe one that's this weird green colour.
Strange green that Nathan posted.
It's a real strange green, and it says on actually the instructions it should be well, it shouldn't be because it's not, but it says it's black, but it's not. It's this really dark
black green, isn't it?
Black green, basically. Yeah, like I'm thinking XF27.
Oh yeah, that one. Crikey. Yes, that's a proper dark green, isn't it? That's like forest green.
Yeah.
Nathan posted a picture up, and it was a rather weird.
Actually, that is. It's like forest green. That is like you get on Southeast Asia for the dark green colour camo.
The one that Nathan posted looked more like all of them XF65.
Yeah.
Which is that field green or whatever they call it, yeah.
Yeah,
field
weird.
Yeah.
It was a strange photo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's taken. I mean, that was a museum once. Whether it's the right colour or not, I don't know.
I don't know, but yes, I've got to figure out. But again, as long as it's in the right ballpark.
Excuse me.
Yes, you.
James and Smith.
Half an hour left.
Any recommendations for the signal orange on truncated US Coast Guard? That we said that when Phil did his. He did his in International Orange by. I've got one here, Phil.
I'll find it. I've got it still. It's in here.
Model Master.
Yes.
Model Master that.
So this one, ours.
Is that the acrylic one, or this is the lacquer one?
I don't know. This is how we can tell. This is, don't do it. It'd be enamels if it is.
Enamel, sorry, yeah.
This is enamel, so I did mine in enamels.
Yeah, this is what I did my.
So that one there.
Thinking.
So the FS number they're giving is 12197.
Yeah, but Attacker do it now as well.
I can't think what number is.
Yeah, I think
63. 63. One. I can't remember. I have got a luminous. Actually, hold on. I've got my luminous orange. It's a luminous orange, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got it as well.
Here, 194 luminous
I
orange.
ain't got it.
You get it with the Luftwaffe set. I remember.
But that don't look.
You get it in the Navy set as well.
There you go.
Don't quite look the same colour as the.
Yeah, but don't forget they do separate quite heavily, as you
What,
can see.
what number's yours, Phil?
Mine here is International Orange C62.
Oh, yours 62. Mine's different. Mine's luminous orange. Sorry, I've got wrong one.
No, luminous orange. What comes with the RAF set?
Yeah, it is wrong one.
Yeah,
wrong
this one here is the one that came with the US Navy set.
Yeah.
What we'll do is get some more in, because I bet people are going to want that now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's going to need a damn good shake, but as I say, doesn't look too bad. I think once it's in there. But yeah, FS 12197 and it's FS 21297 on that one as well. So, for your luminuses. And again, make sure you put a primer coat down of white, which is what we did for the Dolphin as well when I did it. It was, it's not Dolphin anyway, it's a Delphine, isn't it? Because it's French.
A Delphine.
It's a Delphine because it's French. So, but yeah, white primer coat, then put that on top. Don't put it over a grey primer coat because it just won't look right.
Okay.
Back in a minute.
Cool, comfort break.
Oh, here he goes. Shall we watch? Can you shut the door this time, please?
Yes, you turn the camera off at the toilet.
Mute your sound. We don't want to hear.
Is
He's in there.
Yeah.
He is as well. I was going to mute. Yes. I totally agree, Terry. He says about it's not the company or the people, it's the government. Absolutely. You can model and do what you like.
Totally.
Are we going to have another run round people's work?
Oh yeah, the US, just before we go, I will do, but USS Sullivan, I must admit, I wasn't aware of this until quite late last night, and I was watching it on my phone. That's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
So she's one of the Fletcher class destroyers, and well, from what I hear, wasn't it one of the pumps has failed, because obviously it's leaking and letting in a lot of water, and one of the pumps failed, and then it took on a load of water and listed, and now is sunk. But luckily it's not sunk very far. But as was pointed out the other week, somebody was talking about I think we were, what was it we were talking about? Something or other. But they were saying about battleships have really thick skins, you know, like big cruisers and stuff. So obviously they take longer to rot, but obviously Fletcher classes, it's only something like, I can't remember what the width of it, but I know it's very thin metal between the outside and the in. There's not a lot in it. So when they start to sort of, you know, rust and give out, and because these ships aren't brought out into dry dock and anti-fouled and recoated and all the rest of it, they're sort of giving up. But as you say, you know, they're sort of 70, 80 years old minimum. Some of them a lot older. So it's a bit like this Russian ship that's just sunk, 1982. It was commissioned. So it's quite old.
You forget how old they are, don't you?
Yeah.
These ships. Mind you, they cost that much to make, they need to last, don't they? It's not like you can just churn them out, is it?
Yeah. But yeah, it is a bit of a crying shame with that.
Is it one of those things that it needs to be in water? It's not strong enough to sit in a dry dock?
I don't know. This is it. I don't know quite how they do it.
No.
Just to answer Neil, he's saying about the short videos, thought it'd be better doing them in the summer when the temps are not much as high. To be honest, obviously you're home, and I live in England, so if it's not sunny, it's raining. So the temperatures are always going to hang around, and like I've said before, because I know I moan about it when it does happen in the summer, when it suddenly turns to like 35 degrees in here and horrible, but it's still only for 2 weeks a year. You know, the rest of it, it's not really a problem. But I can understand it for people who live in really hot countries and the summers are totally unbearable, and that's why they don't model in the summer. But from here, it's not really a problem. You know, maybe for it slow down that particular build for a couple of weeks, but then I usually get up early. My other half leaves for work at 6:15 in the morning. I can do all my painting and spraying down here before 9, before it starts to warm up. So it's not really a problem.
I didn't forget he's muted. He does every time.
You should have just left him.
It's too.
I was going to say, as soon as that temperature's changed by about 10 degrees either way, start really moaning and griping and.
I need to see what my new thing is like in here in the height of summer, whether it's cool or.
I must admit, before they go out of stock everywhere, everyone wants to buy these now. My USB plug-in fan, which is the best thing ever, because one, it's totally silent, you can bend it to any direction, you can plug it in your keyboard if you've got a USB or a USB jack or a power brick, and these are what they call them, Arctic fans, aren't they? Yeah, WD Arctic AC, but they are brilliant.
I've added yellow tips to mine, so I don't catch my fingers in it.
Oh right, but they are good. You can stick your finger in and go, because it does it every time. It catches me every time. But I tell you what, this is beautiful. It gives a nice breeze. And as I say, if you followed us over the last couple of years, I've had this, and it is fantastic. But you can just plug it in your laptop and point it at you or whatever you need to cool down. It's great.
It's having a USB.
Yeah, or if you've got a battery pack, that's what I do. They're brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I've got a yellow. Well, it picks up on camera, is it? The yellow outside bit.
Oh, you can just about see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely won't miss the shed when it's
yeah, you should cook in the
28
shed.
degrees outside and it's directly on it at the height of the day. That was a bit unbearable.
Yeah, you need to do little rainbow colours on it. Definitely. Yeah. Right, shall we have a look round, see what everyone is up to? If I can find the thing, because it's all moved. What have we done? Okay, so here I'm going to go back up, hold on, to the top, then we go work in progress. We'll just refresh. Okay, so over in the forum, look, HMS Monmouth from Ralph. Look at that.
All right, okay.
Type 23. So he's building along with that one. Good job. Something a little bit different, and we're talking about ships. Looking good. Okay. Oh, hold on. Why does it keep doing that? I don't understand why it's doing that. Sorry, let me just go in here. We'll try this again. Right, okay. Huey Hog. Oh, look, coming together now. See, that's got the right nose.
Yeah, of course it has.
It needs a bar down the middle of the windscreen, though, doesn't it?
Mine's got a bar down the middle of the windscreen.
Is it?
That one hasn't.
No.
I thought they did. They had a split screen, didn't they?
I thought they did. Don't know. Perhaps that's a...
Perhaps it's in the... Because you masked it. I wonder if it's actually in the clear pot, because you can't really see, can you? Is that the monogram one?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a nasty sink mark there?
I think so.
Wow.
Bit of a nasty sink mark just on the one side, but mine had that in its defence.
Yeah.
No.
Still coming on all right, isn't it? That was good.
Yeah, I was going to say, bash that into submission.
Yeah,
You'll be all right. Good job. Keep going. Looking good.
Yeah, definitely.
The gnat, the little yellow next one from Lee. Look, we're together. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, crew nicely painted.
Ooh.
That's it. Very nice indeed. Good job. And we've also got oh, the Bandai ATST. Oh, look, Chewie's painted.
Oh, look, Chewie's painted.
He's had a night on the tiles, hasn't he? Crew looking good. Look at that. Looking good. Nice paint job.
Got a long way with that kit, hasn't they?
Yeah, it's pushed through nicely on that one. Good job. Very nice indeed. Okay, another Huey. This is the D. Oh, cockpit. Nice busy cockpit in that one. Very nice.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Chopping up all the leady bits to shoehorn in there. That's what you need to do.
The parts on that kit, jeez.
Yes. Chimp them up and get them all in there. Good job. Right, okay, the stealth from Kenny. Oh, look, pilot's in. Pilot does come with a kit, so there we go.
Oh, right, okay.
I thought it did. Let's say I had that kit, built it and all the rest of it many moons ago.
That's an intriguing kit.
It is.
Isn't it? What was the other thing they did as a prototype? They did that and something else.
Well, they did the Italo release, wasn't it? Called the Fox something? Ferret, yeah. The little angular thing. Yeah, the Ferret, that was it.
Where did they dream that thing up from?
Well, that was supposed to be the Russian version of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, the MiG something Ferret, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Big 39 Ferret, something like that.
Yeah, but where did the thing come from? That's what I'm getting at. Like, you know, the stealth thing, obviously that was rumoured, but they couldn't see it. But where, you know, was that just pure fantasy land?
I don't know. As you say, you get leaks and various people say about the shapes. Because this one, originally, they thought that it was going to be like a fighter small version of the SR-71. So that's why it sort of was this type of design, very SR-71-ish in its way, you know?
Right.
But obviously, they didn't realise that, obviously, Have Blue, as it was then, was an angular, completely right angles type thing. So
that was just made up as well then?
Well, basically, yeah. Well, originally there was also another thing that said the CIA, to replace the SR-71, had a smaller version. So this is what the F-19 was supposedly, but no one's ever admitted it or denied it and all the rest of it. So who knows?
Okay. It's just, you know, like from a company's point of view, you've got to have something to go off, haven't you? That's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean? You can't...
Well, the Microprocess did a computer game called F-19, and that's what it looked like in their computer game. So I don't know if they got it from that particular artwork and went through it from that.
I wonder if it was in a magazine that somebody wrote up an article saying this is what it is, and then everybody jumped on it. Yeah,
that's it. I think it was, you say, just like the concept models for it. It's like at the moment the F-117's flying around, and there's a Raptor going around as well with a brand new coating on it, isn't it? And it looks like chrome. And they think it's to stop the infrared search and track system being able to detect it. But they're still flying. The stealth fighters are still flying, and one of them is in that as well. So it's all a bit one of those, what's going on? Anyway, speaking of things, look at this. We've got a tank.
Hey.
Rubicon models. This is the T-3485 from Glenn.
Yeah, like a proper kit.
Yeah, that's it.
What are they, 156 scale or something, aren't they? Or what?
Yeah, I think so. Has he got a scale on this one? Yeah, 156.
Yeah. Quite detailed.
It is actually. So you get a lot
there you go. No building tracks either.
No. Nice. There you go. Interesting how the fuselage, see, makes the aircraft. The hull goes together.
Yes.
Very nice. It's all good.
Look, your favourite product there, look, dissolvable putty.
Yeah. Oh, it looks alright, that. Cool build.
Yeah, it does.
Very nice indeed. Stealthy. Okay. The little deformed. Is that politically correct? Can you say that still?
I don't know. I'm thinking the same.
Well, that's the title.
Politically correct to say deformed anymore.
But no, looking really good actually. Be nice when he's all painted up and done. Something a little bit different. Kiowa. Nope, no more on that. I think we're a bit stuck. Warhawk. Nope. I think we're up to date there then, by the looks of it.
There'll be a load after the show, won't there?
Yeah,
updating.
That's what everyone normally does. Let's just see the last one here, Coast Guard, see if there's any more in here. That's where we were last time, I think.
No, I think everybody's building, aren't they?
In there. Right, let's just check the old hashtag at. See if anyone's done any more in here. Oh, got one
more. Hey, look.
Look at that.
JU52.
Nice. The corrugated wonder.
Hey, Iron Annie.
Okay, so this is the Revel 72nd one.
Yeah.
Which is the artillery kit, is it? Is that the Hella one?
The Revels, the Interlary.
It isn't. It's one I built and you built it, haven't we?
Another of the ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't it? Swiss markings, I presume.
John's itching to build. John's itching to build one of them, aren't you?
Apparently so, yeah.
To be honest, I've always thought it'd be a complete nightmare, but the leading edges haven't got the corrugated running round it, so at least you could do them. It's just the centre seam down the back, isn't it?
No, but they don't do that because they put it's a separate plug-in.
Oh right, so is that a plug-in down the top then, and you got the line down there then?
Yeah, you put the sides on and then you put the top on, and it works because you don't get that problem of a seam. And underneath's the same as well. There's no seam underneath, is there, Nathan? I can remember on the artillery one.
Don't have any problems with that at all. It's dead easy build.
It's a brilliant. Yeah, it's a really nice kit.
Cool. To be honest, I've actually thought about doing it. You remember we had them over at the PM store, the big one, the 48 scale one?
Yes.
I was itchy. I didn't say anything because clearly you'll make me build it. But I was like, it'd be quite nice to do something quite nice about that. So
I do. When I was down at yours, there is something you do need to tackle. Obviously not this year. I think you're a bit booked up, but definitely next year is your 48 Catalina. You do need to build
that. It is there. Do you know what? When I was having a tidy out, I got it down here, I had it on the bench and had it open.
It's just that is a really, really, really good kit.
Definitely next year it will be number one in the slot because it is a good one.
Again, I don't know what you get in that one scheme-wise and stuff, but I think there's plenty of
options
aftermarket or whatever. Did I give you some stuff with it, or was it as is?
I think you did actually. Yeah, there was.
There must have been a mask set.
There's definitely a mask set. Some photo etch in there as well. So
yeah, I thought there was. I can't remember, but yes, definitely a worthy build. That I think.
Yes.
Cool.
Very good. Right, don't forget the reason why we're all here. We've got our massive sale. And the clear out sale, I'll refresh this because it'll be interesting to see what's gone this time. So anyway, 25% off all kits at the PM store. And obviously we've got 10% off all other kits on the site down in here, and there's 15% off in the sales extra area. So we've got in here, we've got these
up to 15%.
All right, up to 25%. And then obviously down in here we've got all of these, some very nice ones. See, I thought that, it has gone. All right, scrap that.
It's gone.
Actually, it's all going. Where is it all? So yes, some very nice stuff down in here, as you can see. A bit of everything. We've got some nice vehicles. My printer's about to have a go. So there you go. If you want 25% off the U-boat. Very nice stuff. Got the cars, we've got the rockets, weapons sets, you name it, we've got it. All down in here. So if you want to grab yourself a bit of a bargain, it's there. Go grab it now. You're good to go.
Yeah.
As you can see. Oh look, we haven't sold the F-16 yet. Somebody might get a lucky extra model in their packages.
Yeah, I reckon might do a raffle.
Yeah, what's the most expensive kit we've got, and you can have that for free if you buy it.
Don't think that's an incentive. I can't believe the truck's not sold at the bottom.
What, that one? Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Click on it, because that is a cool truck.
It is.
How can you not want a GMC Astro?
I think, CB radio and dual antennas.
Well, I'm thinking, as we've got the Greebly thing coming up.
Yeah, you can Mad Max that.
It's a zombie killer truck.
It is, yeah, absolutely. Completely Mad Max it up, you're fine. So yes, good job. Anyway, we've got lots of obviously the bargains going through, and then if we pop over to down in here into the specials, up to 15% off.
Ooh. Split's gone.
Yes. So yes, very nice. So obviously we've got the various bits down in here, some really cool stuff right the way through. Very nice indeed. Obviously we've got 10% off all on the Flory Model store, and it's on the PM store. Wherever you get it from is irrelevant. So you can see those all the way down in here. So if you want to get yourself some sanders or washes, knock yourself out just down in there. They're all up 10% off. Also that goes for the friends over. It's up and running now with Brett for the Easter sale. So we've got this one off 10% as well. So if you're in the US, you can get them out of Brett at High Altitude Hobbies. So if you want to get any of those, you can get those there. And then we've got Serious Models are doing it as well. So they're doing obviously a 10% day off of Flory products as well. So you get some very nice stuff with Serious Models. So if you're in the EU, that's where you want to go. And obviously they've got lots of other bits and pieces down in there as well, including the Quintus Studio stuff, which is very nice. So yes, lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Grab it where you can.
And no, we're not doing shows tomorrow or Monday. This is it.
Yes.
We have a life.
Yes. We have a family.
Families. Yes.
Did the corrugated add strength to the JU52? I would have thought so.
Yes.
I thought it just looked good.
It did.
Yeah, I think it was for a strength purposes, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tell you what, the skin on the 52 is really thin. Some couple of mil. It's
would have to be. There's a lot of it because it's wavy. There's more of it, so they had to make it thinner. They could have just done normal, like 0.7 mil or whatever it is, isn't it? And been done with it.
Yeah. They did a couple like that. The Junkers at the end of World War One. The J. I think that wing.
Yeah, I've got that wings kit, and then they did the W one. You know, like the predecessor to it, 52.
Yeah.
That was all corrugated. I think I've got that kit as well in the stash. I can't think what it was because I know it fingered it, but Revell did it. I think it's a Revell kit, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's got an open cockpit, and yet the passengers sitting, you know.
Yeah. Pilot freezes is what sits off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's got a little windscreen. Like, lovely.
I don't want to say this kit's bad, but the scratch-built clear part that I've made fits better.
We'll put your overhead on. Put your overhead cam on. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
I'm just sanding it up at the moment. But,
so did you not have it in the first place then, or have you lost it?
I don't know, but I can get my scalpel blade in there. I can get it in there. There's like almost like half a mil gap.
Right.
These two, the side windows are not too bad. That bit under there, awful fit. You won't see that. And this part here, I've lost these two now. Lost both. So I've just literally made a piece of curved plastic card, and that's going to fit in there, and that fits better than the original.
So what are you going to do about the gappy windows? What are you going to fill it with?
PVA glue.
Yeah.
All right, PVA it.
Yeah.
PVA it.
It's just awful. Their parts are not good. So this is a bit of refinement here. I'll have a better fitting part than the original. It's shocking. Absolutely shocking. But I guess it's the age of the kit, isn't it? So no. So don't buy the Revell Huey. The clear parts are grim.
See, we're starting now. We need manufacturers to jump on board, and all of a sudden there'll be a spate of Hueys like we're seeing Hurricanes, because we said the world needs them.
Better, is it? I'm half tempted to get the Italeri kit on Amazon and just use decals off this thing.
I think the Italeri one's the best out of a bad bunch, I think. Yeah, have you actually tried your clay parts yet, Phil?
No.
Oh.
No.
I think it's got Shelf of Doom written all over it.
Mine are all going to have PVA windows. I've just literally on mine, I've just put the tail rotor on and that to see how it goes, and to be honest, actually it's not too bad. I have to say, wrong camera, the actual kit itself, although it's really flashy and all the rest of it, and obviously I've done a bit of filler work all around here because it's just horrible and it needs now to be re-scribed and done and re-riveted, it doesn't look too bad at all. You know, and it went together all right in the great scheme of things. Considering we said, how old is this, 71?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
You know, I would, if I'd built that as a wee lad, I would have been very happy, you know. Mind you, I probably wouldn't have taken as much care and attention on it as I've just done. I would have just chucked it together and it would have been painted and on fire by 4 o'clock.
Exactly.
I'm thinking this helicopter might go that way.
Have you had a look at your phone map?
It's not a bad idea, Andy.
My phone.
There's a message on
voicemails.
Well, you have to run that past the my partner.
I know, that's why I want him to look.
Yeah. We could do.
Come mate, look on your messenger.
I don't know, come up. I better miss phone call from somebody.
The thing is that a bonus or is it a booby for someone?
Don't say nothing.
Ah! Yeah, that might work, Andy.
Do you want to do it? I can do it now. I've got it all set up.
Yeah, if you want to do it.
Yeah. So, should we say what we're going to do?
Well, it probably would help. Hold on, let me get it up.
Yeah.
So, some lucky person.
Some lucky winner. Hold on, I've got to find it. It's on the other one, isn't it?
Yeah, don't hold your breath, people.
Hot off the press. Blame Andy for this. It's his idea.
Lucky's opened interpretation
right, okay.
here.
Go.
Hold on, Nave, you know you got your overhead on.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Huey's. I might hold it to everyone and just...
Basically, what I've done, I've put everybody's order number that's ordered so far from first thing this morning to now into a random number generator. So I'm going to pick a number of the random generator and we will send you this kit free of charge for you to build.
You have to build it as well. Because
don't take it personally, people.
Obviously, we've built crap kits to entertain you, so this works both ways.
Right, so it's order number 11914.
Okay.
Which is
drum roll. Hold on. I've got a drum roll. Where is it? Which one is it? Is it that one? No, hold on. Where's drum roll? There you go. Found it? Who is it?
It is Graham Parrish.
Well done, Graham. You've won yourself a Scale Wings IDF F-16 Barrack.
You have my sympathies.
That'll go perfectly with his Tamiya Churchill he ordered.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, they're identical.
You're not any different.
Yeah, after building the Tamiya, you'll build that and think, do you know what? I'm amazed that's not a Tamiya kit itself.
Yeah.
It'll make you appreciate the Tamiya kit even more.
Yes.
I wonder if he's still watching, because when it tips up, he's like, why have I got
Why have I got this? Yeah, you better put a note in with it explaining it in case he hasn't seen it.
Yeah, you send it back.
Yeah, you sent me this piece of crap by mistake. I can't even give it away.
5 minutes, he'll cancel his order. He said, I don't want either of them.
I was going to say, no, me, I'll send that and forget to send out his Churchill.
But no, congratulations, as I say. It's an F-16.
Yeah. Bit of fun, isn't it?
If you're in the dark and
use it for the Greebly thing, if you remember.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sure you can use something off it. Perhaps.
Yeah, I think Krista's got the right idea. Krista's saying he's recommending the Hobby Boss Huey. I'm thinking of just using the decals and shelving this. But...
Well, that's got rid of one of them anyway.
Yeah, 44 to go. Right, who else wants them?
Yeah.
No, luckily we didn't get that many.
Got 2 in, didn't you?
All right, at 5 o'clock.
I know. I was going to say.
Well done, gang.
Let's get one of them.
Dave says, thank you, gents, for an enjoyable day. Well, thank you, guys, because we've enjoyed it as well. It goes 2 ways.
Yeah.
We do it because we enjoy it.
Oh, look. Who's just woke up?
Oh, right. No, nothing at all. It's been
Nothing
very quiet.
It's
been very, very quiet without you, David. So that's it. We're out of here. Anyway, obviously, PM Store even. Those are going to run until what time? Your offers? Monday.
Monday midnight.
Monday or until there's nothing left.
Right. Okay. Whichever comes
first.
On that one. My one will run probably till the end of today or something, maybe in the morning when I get around to going around and putting it all back again. And as we've seen, I think with the other guys, they're running those over the weekend as well. So from high altitude hobbies, if you want to get anything out of there, or serious models as well. Obviously in Greece, if you want to get anything from there, obviously they're running theirs right the way over the weekend. So yes.
I think are we taking Flory down tonight as well?
Yeah. We'll leave the kits up.
Yeah, that's it. As and when we want. So yes, but yeah. So, but thank you for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Should we have a quick run round of the guys? John, show us what you're doing. How have you got on?
I haven't done no.
Yeah, has he done anything?
I haven't done anything.
Look, he's stuck. Oh no, he's back. Ooh, look, he's got it all taped together.
So, well, no, the glue, wings are all glued, tailplane's all glued, fuselage is all glued.
Ooh.
So I'll leave that overnight now to set and get cracking on it tomorrow. So it's not a million miles away from paint.
Very nice.
Tamiya kit. These quick builds. That's the clue. Tamiya.
Yeah.
Cracking build.
Wise choice.
Very, very wise choice. Okay, and Andy.
One sec. Yeah, basically. My F-16 is together.
That's different.
Yes.
This is the holder it comes with to make it fly, so you can go.
Yeah, make the noises.
Yeah, that's it.
Pilot's all painted inside it, and yeah, it's ready for primer and paint. We'll finish by 8 o'clock tonight.
Finished by Flory Fest in October.
Well, yeah, there's that, I must admit. And as usual, my desk has completely turned into a right mess.
Okay.
As usual.
Who was that speaking?
That's Sam. Can't get on the other door. I was trying to put my door on. Right, Nathan?
I've got to that point and ground to a halt with the clear parts.
And he's lost the will to live.
Yeah. I'm thinking I might just go on Amazon and order the Italeri one. Use the deco because the clear parts, meh.
Yeah. Fair enough. And Matt? Oh, yours looking very posh.
I'm just back where I was. I've just put them on. That's it.
Right.
I am actually about ready for priming, so that's why I really didn't want to think it. Obviously, the blades are there and the rotor red. There's a few little dangly bits to put on, but I'm just going to just put a coat of XF69 around the clear parts, obviously so you can't see through them, and then I'll give it a proper coat of primer, check the seam, put the bits on and paint it, I think.
I couldn't understand how yours is so much of a tail sitter.
Not look.
Wow.
It rocks back a little bit.
It rocks back a little bit.
Bad.
Because you've all got weights in yours.
I haven't.
Well, you haven't, but yours has got a longer nose because it's wrong.
Really?
But yeah, but anyway, mine, as I say, not quite as bad a tail sitter as the rest of it. It does wobble a bit, but it's properly more on its front than rears with everything on. So that's with it all on here. Like I said before, to be honest, it's not that bad. You know, it's not Tamiya, it's not modern Hasegawa or anything else like that, but it's not bad at the end of the day. And it looks all right. I think it'll be all right once he's got a bit of paint on. I'm going to do it in Air America special scheme. So we'll be putting it into some type of silver and blue little number, I think, or something. So, yeah, be good.
Cool.
Any more from chat? Any last things?
I'm ready for my homemade burger.
Oh, all right. Rub it all in.
I will.
Anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure as always. Love to see you and talk to you and all the bits and pieces as we do. Remember, stay safe, happy modelling and take care. And we will see you all again very, very soon. So if we're all done, gentlemen, we're out of here.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.